I feel like I could do bigger. I can go bigger than that. Okay, pause. Hi. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. Was that too loud? Was that too much? I don't know. I thought I should give it my all. Yeah, that's my wake up strategy. I woke up like an hour ago, so I'm still a little sleepy. Was that too loud? my my longest yahoo ever. Like that kid. My longest yeah boy ever. Yeah boy, and then by the end of it he's like happy 6 months, happy half anniversary. Yeah, I know that a lot of people actually count the anniversaries on the basis of like when the debut stream was, but officially speaking, it's actually when you're announced. So today is our half anniversary for By the Beat. Officially. That's so exciting, right? It's officially been 6 months. I feel like we've done so much and yet so little. There's so much more to learn and discover, and so many more adventures to go on. And yet we've done so much already, you know? Yeah, before we get into reminiscing, how have you been lately? What's good for you recently? Not like last 6 months, but more like last 6 hours, maybe. How have you been? Or like just the last day? What's good in your world? What have you been up to? Catch me up. Tell me everything. Happy 6 months. Thank you to the people that sent well wishes during the loading screen as well. Tired from work? You and me both. I'm so tired, but it's so worth it to do good work and to put in your best effort, so I cannot complain. Watch Nessus 3D. Yes, I 懐かしい。そうだ。榊先輩の 3D デビュー配信を見ましたよ。俺も見ましたよ。お前、見ましたか? Did you watch it too? I learned some stuff. あれの曲は本当に楽しかったな。あれの曲。俺は知らない日本語がたくさんある。もっと勉強しなきゃな。必要だ。I thought it was a really good song. I was really into it. Cause you know when I listen to songs in Japanese, I can get a decent chunk of the words, but only the words that I've heard before, right? So the whole time I was like, 大きな一末をください。一末って何? that was my experience. I had no idea. I had never heard that word before. これからも勉強します。頑張ります。It's so goofy. And that's the worst part too, because I was kind of following along. I was like, oh, he's really poor, he's really struggling. I think his mom needs help. Like, I was kind of getting the story. I got everything I needed except for the punchline. That was the one part I really needed, and I didn't get that part. Abunai. Yeah, so for those who do not know, in Sakaki Senpai's 3D debut, which went live, what, like 8 hours ago now, there was a song that's actually, I've learned it's actually a bit of a running joke among a couple of the livers in that group, I think. They did this song where the story is, spoiler alert, I guess. The story is about this guy who, his mother is sick, he's poor, he needs medicine to cure her. And in the middle of the forest, he discovers this god who's like, I can help your mother. I will grant you any one wish you ask. Let's just say the guy does not wish for medicine. He wishes for something else. He wishes for a large asset. And that's the song. That's the whole song. And I was following the story, and it was like, it's got a very specifically Japanese musical theater type tone to it, right down to the arrangement. Like it reminded me of some of the Japanese musical theater that I've looked into in the past. I was getting into it, and I was following along. I missed that punchline where he actually makes his wish. Where he makes his wish. I was following along till that point. I didn't get it. I didn't have the words I needed. Demo, ii kyoku datta. That was a good song though. And they sang it really well. It's just a sign that I need to focus more on acquiring vocabulary. I don't know that in particular is the kind of vocabulary I'd benefit as much usually from knowing, but I know it now. I've learned a new word. Now I know the word for asset. Oh, they're so goofy. Oh my goodness. Woo! I gotta calm down. That was so funny though. It was so funny. And when I realized, it was so funny. I was on social media because I still hadn't gotten the punchline. I was like, oh my gosh, this song is way too cool. And then Shu is in the replies like, okay, but don't look up the lyrics. Don't look up the lyrics. I'm like, is it that bad? It doesn't matter. It's really good. He's like, okay, but don't look up the lyrics. So I'm like, okay, you want me to look up the lyrics? So I did. Then I got it. I was kind of planning to anyway, though, because I don't know, I got a very clear musical theater tone. So I was actually, my thought was that it was actually from a musical. I was like, what musical is this from? So I was going to Google it afterwards anyway. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Okay. Decompress. Thank you so much for giving us 6 months full of happiness and amazing memories. It feels like time has flown by, but every moment with you has been special. Thank you so much. Likewise. So happy to have met you. Thanks to you, I'm slowly becoming able to speak English. I'll continue to support you. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear that. Likewise, through this gig, well, as I've just mentioned, I'm learning some Japanese too. I learn a little Japanese all the time, including inappropriate words on occasion, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much. Excited for your plushie. Likewise, I'm so excited to see it. I gotta tell you, I don't know if you've ever compared like the flat illustration of a puppet to what it actually looks like in real life. I feel like the illustrations never do them justice in terms of just how round they are. They're so rotund. The hair especially. I'm really excited for you to see it. It's really, really cute. Lots of fine details too. Yeah, right, they have so much soul when you see it in person. I only personally own one pape right now, but yeah, I'd kind of like to collect more, especially now that I've got my own. Like like in particular, getting my own like this makes me really want to get some of the pape for EN livers, so that I can put them together. I already have it. No, I don't have mine yet. I just have one that I got previously from a JP liver. Secret? I'll keep it. Yeah, I know. I'll keep it secret for now. I'll be mysterious. I might share that with you at some point. It's more like there's part of that story that I don't know if I should share yet. Yeah. Yeah, if I determine that I should share it, then I'll let you know. I'm just being mysterious for now. So proud of you and the rest of By the Beat. Thank you so much. I say it all the time, but By the Beat is one of my greatest treasures, and I'm very, very proud of us, and I'm very, very proud of them. So to see this milestone together is a big deal to me. I look forward to future milestones as well. Thank you for existing. Thank you for existing. Oh my goodness. I feel like I say this a lot too. I could not do anything if it were not for you there to watch and to participate. So thank you for being there and being so loud, and whether you're loud or not, you know, just being present at all is a big deal. Yeah, I more than I can articulate adequately, I really appreciate your presence. Both your presence like here, and also your presence in places like social media. All of that plays a humongous part in any success that I see, so I'm very thankful. Oh my gosh. All right, I got a question for you. What is your favorite memory that we've made in the last 6 months? It could be an entire stream. It could be a specific funny moment within a stream. It could be like a quote that stuck in your head. It could be anything. It could be an upload outside of streams. What is your favorite memory? That's too hard. Yeah, no, I don't know if I have a number one either. All right, how about one of your top 10? I think that's easier, right? You don't have to pick a number one, just one of your favorite memories. Any karaoke stream? Those are really fun. Those are my favorites. And I think we've done 10 so far. 10 karaoke in 6 months is not half bad. I'll be honest, I was actually planning to do way more than that before I debuted, but then I realized how unrealistic that was. But hey, I don't mind that. That's like more than 2 a month. Or not more than 2. That's more than 1 a month. That's almost 2 a month. That's like 1.7 a month, I think. I'm ballparking in my head. Let's see. Outer Space Zatsu. That was really fun too. I want to do more goofy Zatsu like that. I feel like the last several months, I've just been going through the motions when it comes to live streams, which is fine because I still really, really enjoy it. And I'm very proud of the time that we spend together. But I'd love to do more creative streams like that. Like more ridiculous stuff. Because I've got so many ideas for them. I've just never had the energy to make it happen. Animal Crossing Autotune? Is that your favorite? Really? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I worry sometimes that it might be too much. That's one of those jokes where I felt like I was beating that dead horse for way too long. I'm glad to hear that's a favorite memory of yours. Happy half anniversary since I found you. You give me so much inspiration and made every day so much fun. Thank you. I love everything about you, your singing, laughter, and your kind way of speaking. Thank you so much. Itsumo arigato. Where? My longest archive? That's a really funny way to refer to that which we're not supposed to refer to. That's a really creative... Everybody's so creative. That is a really creative way to get around the hard discussion ban of that stream. Oh my goodness. That was a really fun stream though. I don't know. I put the rule that we shouldn't reference it too much and that we shouldn't talk about it because I didn't want it to outlive anything else that I do, and I didn't want it to become the only thing that we talk about. But I did actually really enjoy that stream. It was really fun. Even if we don't talk about it. That's one of those streams that you got to keep in your feeble memory. I enjoyed it though. I do desperately want my longest archive to be something different though. One of these days, I'm going to lock in and play Zelda or Stardew for longer than that. I'm going to go all the way up to the 12-hour mark. It's going to happen someday. Or like maybe I could be crazy like some other talents and try to do a 24-hour stream someday. I don't know if I could do that. I personally don't know if I could handle that, but I could do 12. 12's easy. I don't think I could ever do a true 24-hour stream. Sleep is just way too important to me. And I don't think I'd want to like leave you hanging during a 24-hour type setting while I'm sleeping. Sleep is just way too important to me. Now, if there were rest in between, I think that'd be fine. Yeah. Maybe I could like set it up with like give you Cocoa Melon or something while I sleep. Get up like a looping thing or something. Or maybe clip reel. How long do I usually sleep? It depends. Recently, I've been pushing it a little bit closer to 6 or 7 hours. But then before that, like a week plus ago, I was sleeping closer to 12 hours. It totally varies. It depends on where I am. Specifically, like where I am with my work. And it depends on like what kind of work I'm doing outside of... Wait, how do I phrase that? It depends on where I'm at with my work in terms of opportunities and stuff, like scheduled stuff. Because sometimes I'll adjust my schedule to be there for a certain time slot. I.e. like the Nintendo Direct, which I also was there for earlier today. I forgot to retweet it. So goofy too. I remember at the end of the last stream, I was like, if you're looking for a reminder, feel free to keep your eye on my Twitter around that time. I'll be sure to retweet it. Did not retweet or say a thing about the fact that I was there. I just forgot. And here's the funny thing. I was there waiting for the stream to start 30 minutes early. I was the only one there for like 30 minutes before everybody rolled in at the end, like right at time. But in spite of that, I still forgot. I'm just very forgetful, especially when I'm a little sleepy. Yeah, I didn't end up taking that nap after Stardew. All of your karaoke streams are amazing. You're an incredible singer and performer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll continue to do my best in future karaoke streams as well. My favorite memory is By the Beat's first collab. Ooh, that was a really nice one, right? Buckshot Roulette. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it like it was approximately 5+ months ago. Somewhere between 5 and 6 months ago. No whammies. 5 months and a few weeks ago. I remember. That was a really good one. I want to play that game again sometime. I think I'd be better at it if I did it a second time. That was my first time playing. I feel like I learned a lot that day. I want to try it again sometime. Maybe for like maybe for the 1 year I can get them to play it again or something. No guarantee. No guarantee, but that would be a pretty good time to play it again, right? Since it was our first collab. Yeah, I don't know about that Pilk. Maybe we could just play Buckshot Roulette without Pilk. No, I don't think we could do that. I think that's like I think that's an essential component of that experience for us four in particular. Loved Avogadriab's last collab. When we peaked. That was a really good one too. Speaking of Avogadriab, I'm still gonna choose to remain as auriful and mysterious as I can under these conditions, but you may have noticed a vague tweet somewhat recently with a timestamp attached to it. Yeah, keep your eyes open for that, I guess. I will not confirm or deny anything. I'll just say that as I've said before, I've been really busy lately on a multitude of things. And Avogadriab in particular has been on my mind. That's what I'll say. And that's all I'll say. Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. I won't say what. I won't say where. Yet. But I will eventually. Probably closer to when that date comes. That was in that tweet. Date which time zone? I'm not actually sure. I think that might be JST. I'm pretty sure it's JST. I'm not gonna lie, that part, that's where I took my hands off the wheel. Oh, sorry. I got a message and I had to keep up with it. Okay. Happy 6 months. Hard to pick a favorite memory since your debut, but your first Among Us collab meant a lot to me. You know, that one I think was a big first impression for a lot of people, right? Because it was my big first, it was my first big EN group collab with a bunch of the other livers. So for a lot of them, that was the first time I ever met them, or well, I guess I did meet most of them actually before that stream, but that was my first time doing anything on stream with them. And it was a setting that I'm very, I would say that I am not particularly known for keeping my cool in those settings. I think when I play games like that, I get a little stressed out. So I was gonna say I don't feel like it made a very good impression, but then like even when I'm playing my games of choice like Zelda and Stardew Valley, I'm still freaking out and getting stressed over the smallest things. I feel like I'm just a freak kind of guy. I'm just having a freak out every other day. That's just what I do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I enjoyed it though. It's a very precious collab to me because it was the first one I had with most of my senpai. I want to do more stuff like that. I want more big group stuff. That's part of why I'm really wanting to do... Just to be clear, because I saw people taking it as confirmation, I still haven't actually decided if I'm going to participate in VCraft. I'm kind of wavering between doing it and not participating at all. But that is part of what I look forward to, is the idea of collabing with like a big group of people again. I want to, I'm just nervous. I get nervous when there are more people that I don't already know. I love to meet new people. I really enjoy it, but when it's a big group of people, it's kind of scary. I don't know. I want to though, because I feel like if I don't do it, I'll regret not doing it. Yeah, I still gotta build up my nerve. I'll let you know though the moment I decide. Your favorite is my Zelda streams, and you love the little photo shoot in particular. Oh my gosh. And delivering that freaking ball across the desert. That's a more recent memory, but oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. That freaking orb, carrying it to the Eastern Gerudo ruins when I actually needed to bring it a short walk to the Northern Gerudo ruins, literally right outside of the gate of town. Booking that sleigh seal, the sand seal with the sleigh on it, and ruining it like 6 or 7 times, blowing through all of my rupees to do it, all for it to just be right there next to town. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. I was at that for hours too. That was a substantial chunk of the stream. I think I spent more time doing that singular mundane task than I did actually clearing the dungeon for that day. That's how it felt to me. It was literally a short walk away the whole time. I just didn't realize that I was going the wrong way. I was carrying it to the wrong ruins the whole time. It's hard to pick a favorite memory, but I've really enjoyed Abagad. We have collabs and karaoke streams. Naturally, I can't promise anything big for Abagad Viab anymore, but I would like to play more with Zeal and Maria, and I would like to play more farm sims as well. We all really like farm sims, so. Oh yeah, on the subject of the ball in the desert, I gotta say, I said it before, but I really appreciate how good you were with not backseating that whole time. I was at it for so long, and I did not see a single person. I may have just missed anybody that broke the rule, but I did not see a single person say, "You're going the wrong way, Kaelix." You just let me struggle, and that's exactly what I want. That is exactly the experience that I want, and I'm so happy, and I was so proud. Like I was alternating between rage at the ball and just pride in you for being so well behaved. Though I do realize that I imagine there's a strong chance you were like lost as I was, but even so, I'm sure there was at least one person in the room that knew and was fighting the urge to say. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Although they may not be my favorite of all time, I always enjoy your Animal Crossing streams. I really like those too. I want to play it more. I gotta pick it up again. I think I'm gonna take a brief break from it for another week or two, and then I think I want to come back full force, full swing, start beautifying my island again. I really love Animal Crossing though. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but there's a new Animal Crossing-esque game coming out that they announced at the Nintendo Direct that I might be in danger of playing. Pokopia. Did you see that? It's this Pokemon game that they announced at today's Nintendo Direct, where you play as Ditto. You play as a Ditto that takes the shape of a person, and you can customize your person, and you use Pokemon to do farm sim stuff and to like make a little place to live in. It looks so cute. I'm so excited. I'll cry. It's like exactly what I want. I want more Pokemon spin-offs like that. I love Pokemon spin-offs. More than like playing Pokemon and like battling Pokemon, I'm more invested in the world of Pokemon. You know what I mean? I like just being around Pokemon in that specific setting. That's what I really like. It's hard to pick a favorite because I love so many, but I'll never forget how surprised and moved I was when I heard Bump of Chicken in your debut stream. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot of people saying how moved they were in that specific moment, but I gotta say, I was super, like, I was on the verge of tears when I was singing it. I was holding back, because I don't know, I felt like, to me, that was the moment everything really became real with that song. So it means a lot to me now. That song was always precious to me, but I don't know. In the moment, I just kind of was reflecting on, it's like I'm singing, right? And I'm trying to keep the lyrics in check, not make any mistakes. But in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking about how long the journey was to get there, you know? Because there was a lot of training beforehand. And then aside from that, there's also like the independent training that I've just done as a vocalist, you know? And then there was like, I don't know, everything more relative to debut specifically. It was so much. To me, that was kind of like the culmination of everything coming to a head and actually starting. Because all I really wanted from the beginning was to sing in front of an audience, to have people to listen. So I don't know, that moment meant a lot to me. The moment it was over, I got really emo. I was barely holding it together. But I was also so happy, right? I was so happy. I just could not contain myself. So yeah, that song meant a lot to me too. I really love your doodling streams. In particular, By the Beat with Swords was nice. I really like doodling streams too. I really want to do more of those. I really want to do more. I've been trying to think of more things to draw and like when I want to do it. Yeah, I like that too. That was very self-indulgent because, you know, I love By the Beat and I love swords, so. I like ladies, I like lunch. Also, any Zelda stream, the Blood Moon crash out. Oh my gosh. That was my other generational, specifically Breath of the Wild crash out rather than Tears of the Kingdom crash out. It's like, it's honestly up there with the ball moment where I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for nearly an hour and a half, I think. I may get the time wrong. For a blood moon to happen, and it just would not happen. It just wouldn't happen, no matter how hard I tried. And when I was playing Breath of the Wild, I had a strict rule of no teleporting unless you were at another teleport station, like another shrine. You had to go to a shrine if you wanted to teleport, otherwise you had to go on foot. Because that was my way of like making the game more immersive and also kind of spacing it out a little bit more so that I could finish it in time for the Switch 2, but not too early next to the Switch 2. That was my goal with Breath of the Wild. So yeah, no, oh my gosh. I gotta say, I really don't rage like that when I play off stream. Like when I play by myself, it's something about like being in the room and having somebody witness this stuff that makes me like, what? You know what I mean? It changes everything. It's hard to choose a stream because I have fun every time Kaelix is live. Think I hold dearly your movie watch along. For Kaiju no Kodomo, right? That was a really nice one. It meant a lot to me that I could share that movie because, I don't know, the movie is kind of like I think critique of it is often very divisive. Some people don't quite enjoy it because the plot, as I mentioned before, is very convoluted. It's a very convoluted plot and it's very difficult to follow. And honestly, even after watching it countless times, I don't fully understand the story. But I really wanted to share it anyway, because that movie is one that I consider to be like an experience rather than a watch. You know what I mean? It's like when you watch it, you feel something rather than know something. So it meant a lot to me that I could share it. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Really loved the Zatsu where you talked about how amateur means a person's passionate about what they love. Yeah, that's true. Did you know that? If you missed that, if you weren't around for that, do you know the actual meaning of the word amateur? Because it's kind of formed over the years. Amateur has kind of earned this connotation of being like, oh, it's just a novice. It's just someone who's just super casual. But like ama as a prefix, like that am specifically, it means love. Tour is like one who does. So it's literally like somebody that's doing something purely because they love it. Purely because they enjoy it, you know? That's what amateur truly means. Like the specifically the etymological definition. It's not like fully what it means. It's not the true English definition, but that is the origin of the word, to be clear. Yeah, it's got the same root as words like amour, for example. Yeah, so amateur is literally just one who does what they love. And to kind of rehash the idea that they just mentioned, I think that there is great pride to be found in being an amateur. Like in particular, I guess being a beginner is not a bad thing, is what I mean. I think it is a very rich experience in life to try all kinds of things purely because you enjoy it without any regard to how good you can get at it. It's very rewarding to train really hard and to have results to show for that. You know, it's very rewarding to put in your best effort over multiple years and to someday say, I'm really, really good at this. But I don't know, I think it's such a cathartic experience to be totally new and to have like the whole world ahead of you and just countless pieces of information that you have yet to discover. I think there's something really nice about that. Yeah, so I have no shame in being an amateur. I think being an amateur is fun. I think everybody should be an amateur in certain things. Of course, becoming professional, as I said, is very rewarding. You like the Children of the Sea watch along too? I'm glad you liked it. what really got me rewatching was the Epic the Musical watch along. Ah, that one was so emo. I remember being really shocked that they wanted to have it on my channel too, because I had never seen it. But when I heard the reasoning, I was like, wait, that's so sweet, so profound. But yeah, I really enjoyed that too. I have not listened to or watched the musical a single time since then, but anytime I see anything about it, I think of that day. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I had a really good time. I just remember, it almost became a running joke where anytime there was a new act, I'd be like, all right, intermission. And then eventually he was like, if we keep taking intermissions, we're never going to finish. But hey, I didn't know how long it was. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. I was clickbaited for the Kaelix Menchi promo. Oh my goodness, really? Wait, what was the Menchi promo? Did I do something to promote it? I guess oh yeah, I did the reveal thing, right? When I was first monetized, where I was like, this is basically what the streams will be like, but I did it publicly. Is that what you're talking about? I did like a members only stream, but publicly that one time. I remember that. Oh, you're talking about when I asked everybody to lie on social media. I mean, to act on social media. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, just to be clear, if you were there the day that I had a members only stream and everybody on Twitter was like, oh my gosh, Kaelix was crazy today. He was whispering the craziest things, and he licked my ear, and he did all these nasty perverted things. That was just me being like, literally in the middle of the members only stream, I was like, you know, after Zeal and Sable had their members only streams, everybody crashed out on Twitter, and I'm kind of jealous. I just want to be included. Can you just go on Twitter and act like I just did the craziest thing ever? And everyone said, say less. And it was really funny. It was really funny. People thought I was actually being a pervert, so I had to clear the air. Got them to lie. No, I got them to act. It was a joke. It was a joke, and I revealed that it was a joke after it happened. I was like, by the way, everybody's acting. But I actually felt a little guilty about that, because I don't know, I was not intending that to be promo, and I almost feel guilty if people got like the wrong idea and thought that they were gonna get something like that, so then they walk in and did not get what they signed up for. Though in my defense, I did say publicly multiple times that I had no interest in making that kind of content, so I figure I shouldn't be too ashamed, too guilty. Yeah, that was really funny. It was really funny seeing how into the bit people got. Really like the JP only repo collab, Bokura and Splatoon. Ah, so you're a fan of some collabs. Summer Festival. Oh my gosh, the Natsu Matsuri in Minecraft. I had so much fun in that one. I want to participate in that again next year. That was such a precious memory for me. I kind of lumped that in with JP Repo in the sense that like I had to use way more Japanese than usual. That's another thing I really want. I want to do more Japanese collabs. I want to do more. I want to put myself in more situations where I have to form as coherent a sentence in Japanese as I can, even if it just means I'm bumbling, and even if it means I'm using substituted words. I have to be put in that situation in order to retain what I've learned more, and in order to learn more as well. I feel like I learn something new every time I do that. So, yeah, Utahime Down Legendary. That's our legacy. I want to play something with them again. With Zeal and Vanta, do another game in all Japanese. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'll keep you posted about any future JP collabs if the opportunity arises. Been months since that Dead by Daylight collab. We had to really distantly reschedule it. Something bad happened, and it was really unfortunate timing. So But yeah, as I mentioned before, I will let you know when the time comes that it's being rescheduled. I don't think it's been outright canceled. I think it's just been indefinitely delayed. It's been a very... Yeah, somebody had like a health issue that made it difficult to stream. And then immediately after that, most of the parties involved got super, super, super busy. And, you know, I've been really busy too. So it's been really difficult to arrange the schedule for that. But I think it is still on the table. Yeah. So I'd appreciate it if you wait a little bit longer for me. I appreciate your patience. Looking forward to playing with K-Puppet. You're looking forward to the puppet. I hope to see as many photos or videos as I can when it drops. I want to see what people do with it. I think it's gonna be really fun. Let's see. Shashingo stream has a special place in my heart because that was my first time watching you live. Really? That kind of relates to the thing we were just talking about, right? Like putting myself in more situations where I have to study or use Japanese. I really enjoyed that for that reason too. So I'm not gonna lie, my memory of that stream in particular, as far as actually doing it, is kind of blurry because I was really sleepy when that one happened. I was so sleepy during that stream. I was floating that whole time. I was barely there. I was like if I closed my eyes for just a little too long, I would have fallen asleep right there on stream, I think. Oh my goodness. So more than remembering doing that stream, I more so remember like seeing clips of that stream, if that makes sense, which is kind of a weird experience. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's almost kind of like, I don't know if you've ever gone to a party and gone a little too crazy and then you don't remember the party, but you see videos of you being crazy at the party. It's kind of like that. It felt like that to me. I experience that sometimes where like I will finish a stream and I'd be like, all right, that one's going to the vault, or like it'll just disappear from my mind entirely. And then the next day I see yesterday's Kaelix. I'm like, what? Why'd you say that? Oh my goodness. You were the very first NIJISANJI EN member I started supporting. I'll work on my English so I can enjoy your streams even more. Hontoni. Omedetou. Arigatou. Arigatou. 俺も日本語勉強します。俺たち頑張ります。Let's do our best. Where am I? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to keep track of anything. I won't, as with normal streams, right? I won't read out every single thing, but if I can respond to it in context, I'd like to. I appreciate your support. Growing light in our lives, we don't take the joy you bring us for granted. I loved any stream where we got to listen to your long chats. Your view on life is very inspiring. I'm glad that you think so. I don't know. I feel like people give me way too much credit though. Because I don't know. I've still got a long life ahead of me, you know? I've got a lot more left to learn. If I can improve anybody's health or just their general mood, even just a little bit, I'll feel good about what I'm doing here. But I don't know. I feel like people talk about me like I'm some kind of deity among men who's mastered happiness, when that's not the case at all. That's really not the case. I'm just some guy. I experience my own hardships just like anybody else, and I have my own strengths and my own weaknesses. But if I don't know, if I can share anything that I've learned in my time on this planet with anybody, I'd be honored to. No, it's not true. It's really not. I realize that my optimism may be a little unusual compared to like the norm for a lot of people these days. I think we've kind of shifted into a culture of passive negativity. But even then, optimism is not universal. You know, you can't be optimistic about everything, and there are going to be times when you're sad, and that's okay too. But yeah, if I can, I don't know. If I even aside from like improving anybody's life in any meaningful, profound way, if I can make somebody smile for a second, that's enough for me. Like that is already more of a contribution than I think I could handle normally. I don't know. I take my position here very seriously. So my hope is that I can you know, if I have this kind of influence over anybody, I'd like to use it positively. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it'd be too arrogant to expect that I could make any serious change, but if I can make anybody smile, that's enough. Let's see. I love the way you explain things, especially the mantis shrimp. You made it so clear. As an interpreting student, I'll work hard to be as fluent as you. Oh my goodness. I'm glad to hear that. I actually, before debut, I worried a lot because of the way that my mind works. I thought that I thought maybe people would struggle to follow me sometimes. So I don't know. I'm always very flattered when people go out of their way to say, "Oh, Kaelix, you explain things really well." I'm like, really? I've always been told that I take way too long, or that I use way too many words where just a few words would be enough. So I'm honored to hear that. I appreciate that. Left 4 Dead 2 was really fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was pooping bricks that whole time, but I enjoyed that a lot too. I love anything I can do with By the Beat. I love your first Among Us collab and any moment you sing. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, like I said earlier, that collab is a very precious memory for me. I really enjoyed that. Happy 6 months. Happy 6 months. Happy half anniversary. Oh my goodness. Just wanted to let you know me and my girlfriend are adopting a stray puppy and we are naming her after you. Her name's Kaylee. Oh my gosh. You're naming her after Miss Bodacious? She who does not exist? Holy moly. I wonder, is there like a... There was a name that I thought of and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done this name instead for Miss Bodacious. I'm trying to remember what it was. I remember I encountered this feminine name and I was like, wait, that would have been so good. Kaylee's pretty good though. All you have to do is remove one letter. Kaylee's real in our hearts. Not in my heart. Kaylee's a joke I pull out sometimes. Or just like honestly, it's more like just a concept that appears whenever I voice a girl in a video game. I'm trying to remember what that name was. It has a very similar sound to Kaelix, but I can't remember. If I remember, I'll tell you. I think Kaylee's here to stay, though. It's been way too long. She's already got her own fan-made art tag and everything. Anyway. Let's see. Speaking of that evil Menchie stream, I'm still not over the bit you pulled a little bit after you told us to pretend that you were up to wicked things in there. Ode to Joy will never be the same. Oh, wait, that was you. Oh my gosh, I thought that was the funniest video ever. So that was you then. You were the one that got somebody to talk about like drawing me in a compromising situation and you replied with a voice message of Ode to Joy. Yeah, I'll remember that. That was funny. I don't know. I just think Debonairs are really funny. I remember the funny things I see on social media. It cracks me up so bad. I don't know. I love a good funny video. That cracked me up. I just think that is such a funny way to respond to anything, you know? Because I don't know. Because I've seen videos like that before, and I've honestly been on the end of actually recording it like that before, right? Like recording a voice message in response to something good. My expectation when I saw it was that it would be somebody squealing or like screaming, and like because that's what people do normally, right? So when I heard that string and brass swell, I don't know. It caught me off guard, so it left a lasting impression. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Sorry for the call out, I guess. Hey, if you post it publicly on social media and it goes platinum, it's your fault. I'll still try to be, I don't know, I still try to be mindful and respectful. I only point it out if it's really, really funny and if it went big enough. Honestly, the second part isn't even something I do on purpose, really, because I usually only see it when it gets enough impressions. That's when it starts to get pushed to me. Either that or here's the other thing. Here's the thing you don't know. Here's the part you might not know. Or maybe you do know because some of them have acknowledged it and I think I've acknowledged it before. When it gets big enough, even when I'm not on social media, there is a substantial chance that I'll actually receive it because like another liver will see it and they'll be like, oh my gosh, Kaelix needs to see this. Yeah, other livers will send things to me sometimes. They're like, yo, get a load of this. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, so I'm just saying, be mindful. Yeah, no, in general, if it's not tagged, I won't interact with it usually. The only exceptions are if I just straight up don't notice that it's not tagged. Or if it's really, really, really funny. It has to be just funny enough. Oh my goodness. It's tough to choose a favorite stream, but I love the way you play around with the effects in your stream and in the karaoke stream, both visually and vocally. Really good at that. I'm glad you think so. Oh my goodness. I really enjoy playing up with playing around with set design. It's not my personal area of expertise. There's somebody else in By the Beat that is more specialized in that, but I do enjoy experimenting, and I've got a lot that I'd like to learn to like improve it even more in the future. And then for the latter of the two, I also really enjoy musicality. I love to like I don't know. I think it's one thing to sing a song that you didn't write, right? To cover a song or to sing it as a song in a cabaret. That's fine. Like that's normal, and it's really enjoyable just by default. Singing anything is really enjoyable. But I think it's a different experience entirely if you know a song well enough to make it your own. You know, to slightly modify the melody or the delivery, to reinterpret it through musicality. I really enjoy that. I don't do it for every song. In fact, I don't do it properly for most songs, but whenever I get the chance, I really, really enjoy it. So if it can reach anybody, I'd be very proud of that. I appreciate that. Let's see. One of my favorites was the music zatsu. Honestly, I need to do something like that again. I need to use my instruments more. I need to pull out my instruments for more things. I feel like I never use them anymore, even off stream. And I've been cutting my nails specifically so that I could play ukulele well. Like I don't know if you can hear this. My left hand nails are much shorter than my right hand nails, specifically because you strum and pluck with your right hand and you finger with your left hand on ukulele or guitar. But even with like having my fingernails like this all the time, I still don't play it as much as I could. I'd like to play more. Maybe I could plan another jam session. That was really fun. And gotta do more. I've had one passive idea in relation to my instruments that I wanted to look into, but I keep forgetting that I want to do it. That's the case of so many of my fun ideas and like games that I want to stream and stuff like that. It's like I'll have the idea, I'll write it down in my personal notes, and then when the time comes to schedule things, I never refer to my notes. I'm always just like, all right, this week I want to play Zelda and Animal Crossing, and that's it. Just because I'm kind of, with streams, like I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of going through the motions lately. And it's enough for me, but I still want more. You know what I mean? I want to do more. I'd be more proud of something a little bit crazier, a little bit spicier. So, I'll try to lock in a bit harder in coming months, like October onward. Yeah, I appreciate that. If I had to choose, it's probably every time you sing. When you do, it feels like time slows down and the world shines brighter. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. I really enjoy singing. Both like in a, I don't know, both in the context of like a karaoke stream where I've prepared it and I picked everything out. And ideally I've practiced a little bit. And also in the case of just, you know, a normal stream where I'm just playing a game or chilling and songs just fall out. I sing all the time off stream too. Whenever I'm left with a moment of silence, it just kind of falls out, whatever song I've been listening to. As for the current one, well, Akina. Kudasai. It's catchy, and they repeated that motif just enough times. That's what's stuck in my head right now. 飽きない一物をください。キモい。キモい、キモい。キモい、キモい。You liked my silent stream? Really? Oh my goodness, my silent stream was honestly an act of desperation. That was me hungering voraciously for some kind of activity together, but I didn't have a working microphone. Or rather, I had a working microphone, but I didn't have a functional cable, so I couldn't use my working microphone. But now I got a new cable, so everything's fine. I'm glad you enjoyed that, though, in spite of the circumstances. Yeah, I decided to make it pseudo unarchived. It is unlisted, so if you keep the link, you can have it forever. I just didn't want it to show up when you search. I don't know. I just have a very strict standard for what I keep up. I hope it's not too strict. I also think that kind of adds to the experience, you know? It makes it kind of like a secret. I think that's fun. There's something fun about that, you know? Like, ooh, were you there? I know about it. I don't know. There's something fun about that that I really like. That I also kind of, I don't know. I find myself tempted by that appeal to unlist things sometimes. Just be like, keep my secret. Yeah, people really didn't want it to be private, so yeah. I decided to unlist it in the end. But only because I wanted to and not because you begged for it on your hands and knees with tears in your eyes. Just to be clear. It was not because you got down on your hands and knees and begged for it. Oh, hi, Frio. They were in the room where it happened. They really were. They really were. The room where it happened. I never did that. It's unlisted, but I got the receipts. The moment I was like, I think I might unarchive this one, by the way. This isn't a full proper stream. I couldn't even speak this time. Everybody was like, please, please, Kaelix, please. Please! Like crying emojis on crying emojis. Please don't unarchive it, please! Please keep it up! Unlisted at least, please! Can't prove anything? It's there. I don't need to prove it. The proof is in the pudding. I got the receipts. They're right there. Just go look at it. Oh my goodness. YouTube suggested your Splatoon stream with zeal, and you've improved my life since then, bringing a brightness I was missing and needed. Stream means a lot to me. Thank you so much. That was a really fun one. Now, when you say Splatoon with zeal, do you mean the more recent Splatfest, I wonder? Or do you mean when we played the expansion, the side order DLC together? That was really fun. That was a really fun time. I remember I really enjoyed our conversations about like video games. I think that was one of the first times we had one of those conversations on stream, so I really appreciated that. It kind of, because I don't know, whenever we hang out off stream, I feel like we always come around to things like video games and music, so I really enjoyed that. That was a fun stream. Let's see. I love watching your dynamic with By the Beat, whether it's one-on-one or with everyone. I love seeing the different sides they bring out of you and you bring out of them. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I've been told sometimes that I kind of change a little bit depending on which person of the group I'm in the room with. But I don't know. I think that's just part of like, I think that's part of socializing well with people, right? You kind of have to just bump my elbow really hard. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? I'm all over the place. You kind of have to adapt to, you know, to their vibes, to their personal conversational style. I feel like you can be your truest self in the context of a group usually, because then everybody's just doing their own style, you know? But in a one-on-one, especially, that's what I really enjoy. I think it's like an art, and it's a skill that I've worked hard to develop. I wanna get even better over the years, like over the coming years. But yeah, I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the fun of trying to like learn how a person acts and how they feel about certain things and what kind of conversation they'll enjoy. It's really fun. There was a time when I got really stressed out thinking about all that stuff, but over time I've come to really, really enjoy it. I hope to have more one-on-one calls as well. I got one left in By the Beat. I gotta grab Sable for one at some point. I think I'm gonna wait a good month or two at least though. I think I want to play a game of some kind with Sable. It's been too long since we could play anything together. And he's finally home. He's finally home. He's back. He's streaming regularly. And I said, well, he's been streaming like regularly this whole time, but you know, he's streaming under his personal preferred conditions in a regular environment, right? And that's really cool. I want to do more stuff with him now. Gonna do more with By the Beat after. I really want to. I really want to. I've got a ton of livers in particular that I have in mind for it that, you know, on occasion I've ended up in small conversations with them just from time to time. But I haven't decided who or when. And maybe someday if I can talk to enough people, maybe I can work up the courage to invite somebody from out of EN as well. That'd be really nice. For example, if I ever improve someday my Japanese, I could get somebody from the main branch, or maybe just somebody from the main branch who's fluent in English. I could also maybe reach out to a friend outside of NIJISANJI as a whole someday. Not anytime soon though. Not anytime soon. I want to space that out a lot. I want to come back to the phone call zatsu concept often though. Like often in terms of like, often as in multiple times a year. If I can do it 3 or 4 times a year, I'll be happy. Thank you for bringing us so much joy and happiness. I really love all your Zelda streams and use them as BGM while I'm studying. Thank you for everything. I'm glad to hear that, and best of luck with your studies. Yeah, I really enjoy Zelda. In particular, I'm really excited for the future of Zelda streams. We'll still be playing Tears of the Kingdom for a good while. I think of the Zelda games, Tears of the Kingdom is one of the longest ones, if not the singular longest one. Long enough that at some point I may actually shift gears and play another one before continuing Tears of the Kingdom. I may put it down for a while after we reach a good stopping point without finishing it. Yeah, I really love Tears of the Kingdom. As much as I love it, I'm desperate to play like Twilight Princess or Wind Waker. I'm saving Ocarina of Time for a special occasion because that was my very first Zelda game. Yeah, I love Zelda. It means a lot to me that people can be excited about it with me. That was another, talking about like fears that I had pre-debut, you know, before I get any sense of, you know, like what the Debonairs will be like, or what the Debonairs will even be called. I had this passive fear of like, are people gonna like what I like? Are they gonna be content to see this regularly like I want to do it? Are they gonna enjoy the things that I enjoy? So it's meant the world to me that people can be excited with me, and that like those that are totally new to the franchise can get invested in it, and that those that are more like me and have played a lot of them can enjoy it in spite of it literally just being Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because I'll say a lot of longtime Zelda fans, myself included, prefer the older games over Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's like I love Breath of the Wild and I love Tears of the Kingdom, but I've kind of ranked them as a separate concept from Zelda in a lot of ways. But yeah, I'm really thankful that everybody can enjoy it. It made me really happy, and it motivates me to give it my all. Yeah. My introduction to you was a clip of your Amangi Ngoe karaoke cover. I often watch your streams when I'm sad or anxious, and they really cheer me up. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yasashi kotoba wo arigato. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed Amangi Ngoe. I want to sing it again at some point, though. I want to sing it again. I want to see if I can do it better, because I don't normally get nervous, and I wasn't particularly nervous in that moment when I sang that song, but I was riding a high of excitement, you know? And my technique was a little off during that stream. I wanna do some of those songs again from the first few karaoke streams. I wanna sing some of those again someday. See if I can do a better job. I feel like I've reached a point where I can like be excited, but not so excited that I'm vibrating in my chair. You know what I mean? It was that kind of moment for me for the first few karaokes. I really enjoyed that though. I love that song. I love Ishikawa Sayuri's music. My favorite was the 80s karaoke. I've never seen a karaoke before, as I'm new to YouTube, so it was super fun. Oh my gosh, I'm honored that I could be your first, and that could be your first, because honestly, conceptually speaking, I was very, very proud of the 80s karaoke. I worked really, really hard on the visuals and the immersion for that one. So if you could enjoy it, I'd be very proud. Thank you so much for the kind words. Welcome to YouTube, by the way. Welcome to the wild world of YouTube. Every moment was memorable, but the comfy vibe of the Animal Crossing streams, watching you make progress with the blueprint open will stay in my memory forever. Thank you so much for delivering happiness and joy into my life and being who you are. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That was another thing I worried about, because I always blueprint in games like that, like design type games where you are free to customize things to an insane level of precision. I always pull out the blueprint. I was like, is anybody gonna want to see that? So I appreciate that you got invested in that. We'll have to pull out the blueprint again the next time we play, I think. I still need to modify my plans. I think the next priority will actually be to clear up the terraforming on the east side of the island so I can start in the museum. Because when I've got the museum out of the way, I can start doing the commercial district a little bit. I need to clear up space. Because honestly, I've been inspired to kind of work on the island in a backwards order compared to what I was initially planning. I should have considered that from the beginning. But it's fine. It's fine. We're balling. It'll be a good time. Thank you for lending us your coat. Our coat. I think you mean my coat. My coat. That's my coat. Kaelix's coat. If you're ever super duper cold, I never mind to share though. I never mind to share. Yeah, thank you so much. Very fond of your voice packs. It's been so much fun to hear your growth with each one. I always go back to them when I need some positive energy. The phone is your best yet. Oh my gosh, I'm glad to hear that you think that. Thank you so much. Speaking of, oh my goodness, there's a voice pack available now. I have to be a commercial for a second. Just hold on for one moment. I have to be a commercial. Do you like phone calls? Do you like having them? Wait, hold on. Let me get this ready first. Do you? Hey, okay. Well, hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you like phone calls? Do you like hanging out on the phone? Do you like angsty voice acting? Do you like when people trauma dump? I'm not doing a very good job of selling this, am I? I've participated in the phone call voice concept, and it is available now over on the NIJISANJI store. I do feel like I get a little bit better with each voice pack, and I'm kind of proud of this one in particular because I don't know. This was one of the first ones that I wrote after debut and after getting a sense for like how this stuff works. And I feel like with each VP, I improved just a little bit. So in theory, each new one should be my best yet. This one is kind of a serious one. I decided to share some of my experiences, some of my backstory in this one. So if you'd like, if you like lore, feel free to check this one out. Holy moly! Feel free to check out this voice. It's a bit of a lore drop. And otherwise, the EX, which I also did, I did the EX voice as well this time. That's a morning alarm. If you'd like a morning voicemail alarm, that's what that one is. It's me sending you a voicemail telling you to get up right now, or else. It's me crashing out because you're still sleeping. Yeah, EX. It's like a EX for the context of voice packs is like a secondary extra version. It depends on who the liver is as for what it has. Some people will fill it with bloopers. Some people will make it a continuation of the story. Some people will make it an alternate ending to the story, like a different timeline. For example, if there's a choice that gets made in the first one, sometimes they'll show the second choice in the EX version. In my case, I usually choose to make the main voice serious and the EX voice a little silly. In this case, it is outright a morning alarm. They are still connected in terms of story, but yeah, it is it could be its own isolated thing, the EX this time. I just realized that it would have been nice to do a morning alarm call or like a morning alarm message for the Rise and Shine, but I didn't do it. I focused more on story for that one because it was my first one. So yeah, I hope you can enjoy it. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. I'm also proud to say that all of By the Beat participated in this one. So if you're interested, you should check out the other 3 as well. Feel free to consider them as well. They all work very, very hard as well. They're all really, really good too. I feel like I've got a lot to learn, honestly, next to some of theirs. But yeah, feel free to check theirs out as well. I hope you can support the whole group. No pressure, of course. Yeah, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm doing my best to learn with each one, so I'm glad that it shows. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the funny moments. I have a smile on my face every time I visit the new island plus piano clip. Oh, that was such a good one. Oh yeah, you're the one that made that, right? You're the one that made the piano arrangement. I wanna go to an island. I wanna go to a new island. I'm currently on an island. I kind of want to do a musical theater version. Because I've been obsessed with that recently, like the Broadway belt. I want to go to an island. I want to go to a new island. I'm currently on an island, but I need something new. You know what I'm saying? Like that very big and bold musical theater. You gotta get the musical theater version like out. Yeah, the Hugh Jackman vibrato meme. I wanna go to an island. I wanna go to a new island. I'm currently on an island, but I need something new. I need something new. It's so fun. That was such a fun moment. That gets stuck in my head a lot. In large part, actually, because of that arrangement. So thank you so much. I appreciated that. It was really cool. Your goal of making at least one smile has been achieved every single day for 6 months for me. Well, watching and clipping your streams has been the most fun I've ever had. Also, my favorite moment is when you... Oh, you mean like... Oh, I get it. You mean when I... Listen, at the end of the day... At the end of the day... Riddle me this. It's so goofy. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate your clips more than you know as well. I've described it this way before, but I don't know. I feel like clippers do not get enough credit. I think clips play a humongous part in like bringing in new friends, you know, introducing our little activities to new people. So I think clippers are super epic, and I appreciate them in the most profound ways imaginable. Even today, you may already see people are like, oh yeah, I first discovered you because of this particular clip, or like this moment from this stream. I saw it on social media and I was like, who's Kaelix? Clippers are very largely responsible for like all the people that we have here today, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Whoa, I got lost. Really love watching all your streams where we can see you having the most fun. All the By the Beat collabs are dear to me, and I love hearing you sing. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's look forward to more fun memories to come. In the future, I will not be quite as busy as I am lately. I hope. Well, actually, no. I hope I stay this busy forever in a way, because that would mean I've got lots of cool stuff cooking and I've got lots of cool opportunities to keep up with. Honestly, more than that, I think my actual hope is that I just get better at managing busyness. That's my hope. In time. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I enjoy those collabs too. By the Beat collabs are always my favorite. I hope to have like 100 of them. 1 billion of them, please. My family went to Japan, and as you suggested, we tried the Colombian blend at Mermaid Coffee. It was good, and I had my first full conversation in Japanese when someone saw my Ita bag of you. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting! That's so exciting. Was it like a Japanese debonair, perhaps? That's so sweet. I've described this before, specifically when it comes to oshikatsu, but one of my favorite pieces of oshikatsu ever is when people are like, I went out with another debonair, or like I went to this cafe with a doremin, or you know, I went to the movies with a seinyan. I went to the park with a zerpin. I love those. Those are my favorites. Absolutely my favorite. Like I love hearing that people met up and had fun together. It makes me so happy to know that you're like, I don't know, that you're going out and you're doing good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I care that you live a good life, and I hope that you can have good times and be surrounded by happy people. So it makes me really happy. I'm glad you could experience that, and I'm glad you liked the coffee too. That was my favorite. That I didn't get to try nearly as much as I wanted to when I was in Japan, but of the places that I tried, and of the things that I tried, that blend was really good. I liked it a lot. I'm not quite as big a coffee buff as someone else in the group, but I do still like it. And there was a time that I drank a lot every day. There was a time when I was drinking multiple cups a day. So yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Mermaid Coffee had really, really nice atmosphere. Especially, in my case, I really liked going down to that lower area of Mermaid Coffee. I don't know if you had your coffee down there, or if you had it upstairs, or maybe if you took it out. But if you can, I highly recommend like finding a place on the couch downstairs where the music's playing and they got all the little decorations. So nice. It's got such nice atmosphere. I liked that a lot. Big recommend. Yeah, that was where we had a nice conversation at one point by the beat. I always forget the name of the other cafe. It's got a much classier name, which means I struggle to remember it. But that one's a really good place for conversation as well. I will say, if you ever are curious about those, I recommend going to Frio's first coffee zatsu, because I think he outright names them. And I think he even included photos of our orders, or I think of his order, rather. I know he memorized our orders, though. He was like, hey, is it okay if I share what you ordered? And I was like, wait, do you remember what I ordered? Because I kind of forgot. And he was like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, he's got the goated coffee recommendations, honestly. Highly recommend checking out his first coffee zatsu if you're curious about where we went together as a group. Happy half a year, Annie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hearing the first two songs of the Annie-song karaoke really cemented the feeling of your singing. It always reminds me of sunset, seeing the sea salt air on a beach with the golden rays of dusk or dawn enveloping the sky. Oh my goodness, that's such a beautiful way to describe someone's voice. I'm gonna cry. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. What were the first two songs again? I think Unlasting was one of them. I think Unlasting was the second one. I remember I put Unlasting really early because I knew it would be really hard to sing if I put it later in the set list because of all the falsetto. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. Yeah, I'm honestly very proud of that one in particular. Sleepwalking Orchestra, duh. Of course it was Sleepwalking Orchestra. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very proud of that karaoke in particular. I practiced a lot more than usual because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't very proud of the Vocaloid karaoke. Like, it was okay and I had fun, but that's not one that I was. I don't know. I wasn't as eager to go back to that one after it was over. But yeah, the anime karaoke, I locked in really hard on practice and I made sure to rest my voice properly beforehand. So I ended up with something that I was a bit prouder of. I want to take a similar standard with other karaoke. And in the end, that even if I'm not as happy with it, I'm still not unhappy with it, Because at the end of the day, my goal is just to have fun. And I have fun every single time. Just singing there is fun. So, yeah, I'm glad that you liked it. I'm glad that you liked it. Oh my goodness. I keep getting lost. Okay. Thank you for being such a positive influence. Your streams always leave me smiling so much my face hurts. The fever dream that occurred on April 1st was also quite an experience. Oh, did you have a fever dream? That's not really related to my activities, you know? I didn't do any stream on April 1st. Yeah, I forgot to go live that day. I don't know, maybe you're misremembering. Maybe you're thinking of something somebody else did. All the other livers did really crazy stuff on April 1st, but I didn't do anything. Maybe I'll have an April 1st stream next year, though. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't do anything for April Fools. I didn't have a stream that day. I did one the day before and after, I think, for sure, but I did not do a stream on April 1st. No. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. Many wonderful memories. Enjoyed every stream. Singing, music, drawing, accessories, and games. Always share positive vibes. Make everyone smile. Collabs were great. Also excited for Puppet. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for all the kind words. And I'm glad you enjoyed all this stuff. I'm excited for the Puppet too. I think we all dreamt of the same thing. Oh, for April 1st? Did you have a dream? That's kind of cool. Like if you had the same dream as somebody else. I don't think I had any dreams though. Yeah, I didn't dream anything. I think I had a no dream slumber. Woke up, I was like, oh man, I forgot to schedule a stream today. Oops. Pickleball. Whatever, man. Pickleball. Girl, whatever. Pickleball. So goofy. Happy half Annie, I will enjoy any stream you do because I love hearing you yap about anything and sharing your thoughts. It was hearing your opinions that made you my Kamiyoshi. Ah, you're so kind. Thank you so much. Any special plans today? My plan is to hang out with you for a bit longer today. And then I'll probably send you off to somebody else because I do have some... Unfortunately, as special a day as today is, I actually have a lot of work to do. I've got some really, like, turbo deadlines coming up. And I'm not quite as close to finished as I'd like to be at this point. So I'll probably be spending the rest of the night working. But there will be more fun on the horizons from other livers. Namely, Frio was here earlier, and I mentioned him just earlier too. He's doing a karaoke stream in a bit, so I hope you can check that out. I'm sure he's been practicing a lot. Can't say for sure, but I just get I don't know, he's like the prepared type, you know what I mean? He's the type that likes to be ready, so I personally predict that he's been practicing a lot. Yeah. So I'll just be listening to streams and working for the rest of the night, I think. I might have a nice treat though. I've been thinking of getting a cheesecake to commemorate it. I've had several occasions over the last year where I'm like, I kind of want to get a cheesecake. This is a special day. And then I never get the cheesecake. I cannot remember the last cheesecake I had. Oh my goodness. I need more cheesecake. Appreciate the time you spent with us. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it too. I appreciate any time we can spend together. I especially appreciate it in times like this where, you know, I'm really busy. So it's harder to spare my time. I appreciate every second that we can spend talking like this. So I'm glad that you can too. Now that we're on the topic, I need you to know that every time I say at the end of the day in a normal conversation, I stop talking, I make a funny face, and nobody gets it, so I just get stared at weird. Did I ruin you? Did I corrupt you? Oh man. No, you gotta get it out of your system. It's so satisfying when you're in the know. But that's honestly something I feel kind of bad about, actually. I worry sometimes that I say too many things that are not widely known. I worry that I can be hard to understand sometimes as a result. But yeah, if we can all enjoy it together, then that's pretty great. Because listen, at the end of the day, yeah, like at the end of the day, oh my goodness, so funny. Yeah, wishing you many weird stares in the future. I love all your music. I especially love 1980s karaoke. I recently noticed that it's often played in Japanese stores. Thank you for showing me a new world that I hadn't been aware of before, like magical sunglasses. So I introduced you to some songs that you hear without realizing you hear them. Yeah, 1980s music does show up a lot in stores. I think it's the same here in the States. In fact, A lot of my favorite songs from the 1980s are actually songs that I hear at my eye doctor. Whenever I go to my optometrist, whenever I visit my optometrist to see my, to get my eyes checked, to update my glasses, if I sit in the waiting room, I'll only hear 80s music. They only play 80s music. I don't know if it's an 80s music radio station that they have playing or if they just have a playlist of 80s songs. Yeah, every single song is from the 80s. And I've learned so many new songs from there. Like that's how I learned Twist of Fate. I heard that for the first time at the optometrist and I was obsessed with that. And I included that in the set list. It's gonna be a strange twist of fate, telling me that heaven can't wait. I really like that song. I think it might have been the same for Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. Yeah. When you listen to enough 80s music, you start to hear it everywhere. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm honored to have introduced you to some of those songs because I really like them. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. 応援してくれてありがとう。嬉しかった。Happy 6 months. First time joining Memba and sending supas. This is so fun. So glad that I found By the Beat. Also love hearing anime/Vocaloid songs and seeing you share in JP culture. I'll keep cheering while studying English. ケロロ、ごめん。漢字読めません。漢字読めません。待って。お待ちください。待ってくださいな。Okay. Hold on. I have a reader that will give me the readout for kanji if I need it. ケロロ周りで流行ってるよ。Oh, people that like Keroro Gunsa? 俺も好きです。I really love Keroro Gunsa. It was one of my favorite anime that I watched when I was really little. Yeah, when I first started getting into anime and when I was like curious about it, that was one of the first ones I watched. I really, really liked it. And it's such a fun song, right? Kero, 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 idatsusume, ikushinyaku seyo. I really, really like the one Seiyu version from, I think 2008 is what it's called. Like Kero Tomachi 2008. Where it's got all the voice acting in it. It's really, really cute. 相手を歌でやると、Kero. I actually referenced that a couple times with like the Debonair. Ikimasu. 本当に可愛いな。この曲。I really like it. Yeah, thank you so much. Happy half anniversary. Thank you for always being happy. まだまだ英語勉強中なので、これからも頑張ります。応援しています。応援してくれてありがとう。俺はまだ日本語を勉強中ですから、俺も頑張ります。練習します。俺たちファイトしよう。Let's all do our best. I wanna practice Japanese more. There are a lot of words that I just don't know. 知らない日本語がたくさんある。ちょっと難しいですけど、勉強します。Someday I'd like to do Japanese voice packs as well. I wanna practice enough that I can do that someday. So hopefully someday in the future I can release one like that for you. I hope you can enjoy it if the time comes. I'm gonna work my hardest so that I can deliver that with confidence. 頑張ります。ファイトしよう。I think Kerodo's 君にジュース分かってあげる is also fits you. You know what I really like? I like a couple of those. I really like what's it called? いい言葉はアプロと軍曹。I really like that one. アプロ軍曹はアプロ。I really like that one. 好きだ。この曲。 Afro gonsoa. Afro. Jitty jitty. Jetty jetty baby. Bosha bosha. Mosha mosha. So cute. It's so cute. And I like how's it go? There's one that's like how's it go? Quiero, 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 quiero. I really like that one too. The one that's got like a Natsu Matsuri type theme. I thought that was really cute too. I love Keroro Gunso. I want to see if I can sing another one sometime. If I can find like an instrumental, or maybe if they have it in like the Damu karaoke database. When the time comes that I can finally use that. I gotta travel. There's so much I want to do. Thank you for all the fun streams and karaoke. Because of you, I started viewing the world more positively. Oh my gosh, that's such an honor. That's such an honor. There will be, I'm gonna be so for real. There will come times when you are tested. I am tested. My resolve to view the world positively is tested all the time. You just gotta power through. Be sad when you gotta be, of course. Anything else would be toxic positivity, which is kind of cringe. But yeah, I believe in you. You got this. The world will always wait for us, contrary to popular belief. We got all the time in the world. Happy 6 months. I'm happy I found you and By the Beat. I'm having fun and always looking forward to every stream. I really love your Stardew Valley streams. I need to do more. I assume that... Oh, wait. Does that mean Scarlet Violet, actually? SV. I don't know if that's Stardew Valley or Scarlet Violet, but either way, I'll try to do more of both. I need to do more of both of those. Yeah, the world will wait for us. That's actually kind of the opposite of a common saying. I think a common saying is that the world waits for nobody, but I disagree with that. One of my personal affirmations is that the world will wait for me. I can take the time that I need to recover if I'm hurt by something, and I can take the time I need to learn or to work to do my best. And I think the thought that you have time makes it less scary. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. It comes down to personal perspective, though. Happy 6 months. Thank you for being here. Your singing, streaming, and everything makes me happy. Thank you so much. Yasashi kotoba arigato. 応援してくれて嬉しい。Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Like many others, I especially love your karaoke and Zelda streams and By the Beat collabs, but one of my favorite Kaelix moments, trademark, was your Mario Kart ukulele crash out with Ren. Makes me smile every time. Oh, you remember that? You remember that? Maybe you'll get another one sometime. Maybe the next time I play with Ren, I'll have another ukulele crash out if we play something rage-inducing. I don't know, Mario Kart is one of the... You know how I mentioned how... Moments ago, I said the world will test your resolve if you want to view the world with optimism. Mario Kart loves to give me tests. Mario Kart is one of those tests in life. Mario Kart is one of the grand tests of, you know, how positive can you really be? Mario Party, yeah, that's another one. That's another one. Mario Party is a different flavor, though. It's kind of slower. It's more calculated. It'll deal a more lethal blow, but over a longer period, you know? Yeah. Mario Kart, it's more like smaller blows, non-stop. Like back-to-back. Punch, 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 punch. Whereas with Mario Party, it's more like you see the locking fist just locking into motion, charging all that kinetic energy. You see the spring lock engaging, and then right at the end, the biggest punch ever. That's Mario Party versus Mario Kart. That's the difference in how the crash out test goes, as far as I'm concerned. I want to play more of both. Funny enough. Other rage-inducing games as well that I'm interested in. I got one in particular that I've been saving for my birthday that I want to force By the Beat to play with me. And I actually, a couple of them bought it to play with me, and I gifted it to one of them. So the time will come someday. Maybe. I hope. Where am I? Whenever I'm sad, I think about your positive outlook and I find the strength to keep going. I love your karaokes especially, but also your zatsus, like the one in space. That one was so fun. Yeah, like I said earlier, I really want to do more goofy zatsudan concepts like that. I feel like I've got so many ideas. I don't need to gatekeep them like this. I need to share them with the world. So maybe more someday. But yeah, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm rooting for you, okay? Yeah, there's always more time. So even if it's sad now, there will come a happy day eventually if you hold out or if you work hard. Depends on context, but it'll always come eventually. Happy 6 months. Thank you. Still need to see Ren destroy me in Mario Party. Keep me humble. What if I win, though? What if I win? I almost want to wait until I can catch him in person. I almost want to save that and be like, all right, off collab, come to my house and play Mario Party with me. Because that way, neither of us can blame it on lag. It's all pure skill. If there's no lag, who's really the best? That's what I want to know. I want to win. I want to beat him. Not against Ren. Need I remind you, Ren's actually lost before. I think Maria beat him. But nobody talks about that. Everybody's like, Ren, the undefeated champion. She beat him already. He's been dethroned. She's the one I really need to beat now. No, but he does have that big reputation of almost always winning preceding him, which honestly for me, it's a 50-50 split whether I win or lose. And usually if I win, it's almost always by the bonus stars. But that's honestly exactly how I like it. I think that's the most exciting way to win. Like to enter the ending phase as a loser and then to still be the last man standing. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I like the funny, so especially clipping those has been really fun for the past 6 months, but in general, I just appreciate how thoughtful, considerate, and honest you are. I'm seated for any stream you do. Thank you so much. And as I mentioned earlier, clips mean the world to me. I really appreciate it. Even aside from reaching other people, this is something I think it was your clip that did this. Sometimes I'll actually go through the clip tag after a stream is over to kind of replay the stream for me so I can have like an idea of how it went and just what people liked and also just kind of relive the memories a little bit. There was a moment during that Stardew stream where I called seagulls penguins and then I called them pigeons. I corrected it. I was like, wait, not penguins, pigeons, right? I knew that. Caught that in the moment. Said it out loud, right? I was like, what? Did I call them pigeons? Goofy Kaelix, what the heck? Did not realize till I watched a clip after that moments before that, literally in the same span of conversation, I referred to a stump as a rock. What? I'm gone. I'm done for. That was a stump, not a rock. Oh my gosh. And it was the funniest caption for the clip too. It was like, I desperately want to get rid of this rock so bad. And then in parentheses, it's a stump. I'm gone. Like, I'm done for. I'm cooked. My brain is gone. I can't form cohesive thoughts anymore. I can't string together words into a clear sentence. I'm gone. I'm done for. I'm gone. I'm cooked. There's no more. I have to give it up. Let's all give up. Was I delirious? Honestly, no. Even by the end of the stream, and it was a long stream, one of my longest ever. Even by the end, I was not delirious. I stayed up for many hours later. In fact, I did not sleep until after the Nintendo Direct watch along, after that stream was over. Sometimes I just say the wrong thing. Like if my brain mentally associates two things, sometimes I'll say one while thinking the other. So because in Stardew Valley, stumps and rocks are both things that you have to get rid of, my brain thought stump, but said rock. I said rock. I just mix words up. It doesn't even have to be words that are like associated with each other. It could also just be words that sound similar. And the worst one ever is I do this the most with like celebrity names. Like we bring up Jennifer Coolidge often because I do a pretty decent Jennifer Coolidge impression, her voice. But whenever I talk about her on stream or off stream, there is like a 70% chance that I'll actually say another Jennifer, thinking I'm talking about Jennifer Coolidge. And they're like, Jennifer Lawrence doesn't talk like that. I don't know. Yeah, Thursday and Tuesday. Though, in my defense, the Thursday versus Tuesday event, for anybody that wasn't in the room, by the way, this is a moment where I was going through my schedule for the rest of the week, And I was like, and tomorrow I'll have a collab because tomorrow's Friday. But it was actually Tuesday. So the next day was Wednesday, and I don't think I had a stream, or I had a really simple stream that day. It was not a collab. And they were like, wait, is the collab tomorrow? Did you move it? I was like, what? No, it's Friday. But it was Tuesday all along. That was not me mixing up Tuesday and Thursday because they have T's in the names. That was me just literally thinking enough time in the week had passed that it was Thursday. Like, I was so busy that week. I was such a busy Kaelix. Oh my gosh. I was barely there. That was a delirious moment. That was a like, this man is tired and he cannot remember how much time has passed in the week. And I was so confused. I was so confused. And then I realized, oh, it's Tuesday. That was funny. Speaking of like funny memories, right? That was a funny memory. Happy Half Annie, your karaokes are always the highlight of my day. Especially enjoyed the musical theater one. Thank you so much for sharing so many good musicals with us. It's such an honor. I love musical theater. I worried about that one. I talk about worries a little bit today. But I'll be honest, this is another moment where I worried about something and I was like I felt totally ridiculous for ever worrying because people got excited about it anyway. I worried quite a bit about that karaoke set list because I thought that if I said musical theater karaoke, people would be there for like Hamilton and Be More Chill and Dear Evan Hansen and Heathers, like all these really big, really recent musicals. I was like, are they going to want to listen to these like classic musicals? But people got really excited about it anyway. So it made me really, really happy. And it was, I don't know, for those that did not know those songs, I was very proud to be able to share it with them. And for those that did know them, I was very happy to have people that recognized it and that could enjoy it with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like classical musical theater. Not classical, but classic musical theater. Like Sondheim and like 80s through early 2000s musicals. Those are my favorites. That's like Broadway with a capital B and a TM at the end. Falsettos mentioned, grab me. Is that what you liked? Yeah, falsettos is a really good one. I love falsettos. I want to see if I can find an instrumental for another falsetto song someday. There are some that I really, really like. In particular, I really love, oh, I chill for that thrill of first love. That's a really good one. We're sitting and watching Jason play baseball. We're watching Jason play baseball. We're watching Jewish boys who cannot play baseball play baseball. I love that musical. It's a banger. Movie musical karaoke? Honestly, I kind of already did. That was basically the evil karaoke, wasn't it? Because those were all from Disney movies. And most Disney movies are movie musicals. Most of those are movie musicals. Maybe, though. I do want to do another musical theater set list. I've got enough songs that I could probably sing that I could do an entirely separate one with minimal repeat. Yeah, I love it. I want to space it out, though, since I already did one this year. I probably won't do another musical theater till next year. Same thing with Disney. I probably won't do another Disney till next year. There'll come a time, though. I got a ton of set lists left. And then when I run out, I can still make new ones, so... Yeah. Watched Into the Woods? Oh, I'm so glad. That's my favorite one. My favorite musicals are Into the Woods and Company and Sweeney Todd. Those are my three favorites. Right now, it's in that order. Sometimes the order rearranges a little bit, but Into the Woods is usually number one. Yeah, those are my three favorites. I love them so much. I love Stephen Sondheim. He's such a good songwriter. I think he invented songwriting. Not gonna lie. You're a ray of sunshine and your streams make my days brighter. Thank you very much for all the fun times you share with us. Thank you so much. Happy 6 months. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Pachi, I really loved your Stardew Valley streams. It's because of you that I started playing this game. Thank you for bringing us so much joy and all kinds of wonderful memories, Kaelix. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy it. I love the game. Stardew Valley is very dear to me too, so if I could introduce people to it, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Buying a slice of your cheesecake, yum. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I hope you can have some soon if you like it. I love cheesecake. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll try to grab a cheesecake. I think that's more than a slice. That's more than a slice, but I appreciate it. That's quite a few slices. That'd be several cakes, actually. Several full cakes, more than I'd actually eat in one sitting, but... Stardew Anticipators won so bad. Yeah, didn't just get a Stardew stream. You got a 9+ hour Stardew stream. Yeah, I appreciate that people waited so long for it. It was a while. I just kept forgetting. Thank you for always lifting my spirits with your cheerful voice. Hafu ani, omedetou. Arigatou. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yasashii kotoba o arigatou. Thank you so much. I will continue to do my best. Happy 6-month anniversary. My days have been brighter and happier ever since I've started watching your streams. Thank you for sharing your positivity with us and making all of our days brighter. Thank you so much. That's such a sweet thing to say. Wah. Yasashi. Happy half anniversary. You always make me happy. Thank you. I will love By the Beat and you forever. Thank you so much. これからも大好きだよ。英語これからも頑張るね。俺も日本語これからも頑張ります。応援するよ。Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. 優しい言葉をありがとう。応援してくれてありがとう。Happy 6 months. Your souvenir cover has changed my brain chemistry, and since that day, my days have been brighter. I'm so glad I found By the Beat, and I look forward to supporting all of you in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it much more than you know. You're too kind. That was a really sweet moment for me. I mentioned it earlier, but I really love that song. I want to do something else with that song someday. Maybe I could do a full cover someday. I'd have to save that for something really special, though. That'd be nice. I'm gonna have to pocket that one. Keep it as a possible idea someday. I love that song, though. Every time I listen to it, I just think of all of this, you know? So anytime it comes up, or anytime I randomly want to hear it again, that's my personal theme song for us. You know what I mean? Very nostalgic. Even after such a short time, right? It's only technically been 6 months. That's not that long. But it feels so long ago already. I'm giving my first super chat to you, Kaelix. I love your singing, especially Bump of Chicken songs. If I could, I'd give you the Bump and Dungeon Meshi collab items. I'll keep supporting you. I saw that. I saw they did some really cute... I can't remember if it was a postcard or was it just like a general illustration print. I saw something really cute for that. Oh my goodness. But no, I appreciate the thought. It's totally okay. I'm happy just looking at it online. Because I love Bump. I've learned a lot about Bump over recent months because, you know, originally that was just one song to me that I was interested in. But ever since debut and having that moment include that song, the group has become a lot more important to me. I've learned more about them. For one, I had a misconception. For the longest time, I thought that Bump of Chicken was a mistranslation of like torihara, like goosebumps. I thought it was a mistranslation, but it's not. It's actually a name that means that, you know, when they first started working together as a band, they were social outcasts. They were outcasts at school. They kind of stood out. So they were kind of like the chicken, right? They were social outcasts. And the Bump is kind of them having their big first performance, you know, making a big impact despite being social outcasts. That's what that name means. And I did not know that for the longest time. I was like, oh, it's like torihara. But I was wrong. I had it all wrong. Yeah, no, I love Bump and I love Dungeon Meshi. It's my favorite anime. Yeah, I appreciate the thought. And thank you so much. I'm honored to receive your very first super chat. Thank you so much. Happy 6 months. You're the first VTuber I started watching actively after years of following NIJISANJI. Your charm and silliness made each stream into such an exciting experience. Can't wait for the anniversaries to come. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that much more than you know. I'm honored. I'm honored to be the first after a long time. I'll do my best to deserve your support. Thank you so much. Happy 6 months. Every moment has been precious, but your karaoke streams are always unforgettable. Listening to you sing makes me feel like I was born for this. Like you were born for this. Your passion and music always fills my heart and inspires me so much. I love it endlessly. Thank you so much. You're so nice. Such nice words. ありがとう。いつも応援してくれてありがとうございます。Thank you so much. Thank you for being so nice to me. Yeah, the karaoke streams mean a lot to me. I want to do so many more. I've got so many more ideas. Speaking of, I'm really hoping I can do one soon. I actually originally wanted to do one this week, but I made a mistake in timing. And then it also turned out that Freya was doing one, so I figured I might as well just wait. Yeah, if I can, there may be may, not will, but may be another karaoke stream pretty soon. I'm hoping to do one next week. I just need to lock that in, and I gotta lock that in today. I got the set list together. I just gotta submit it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best to bring you more fun karaoke. Thank you for all your streams and wonderful karaoke. And for creating such a fun and wonderful, comfortable community. It always feels so cozy here. Love forever. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that. That means a lot to me. I think, I'm not gonna lie, cultivating a community can be very difficult. Because, you know, and this is in any context, not just in this context, right? Cultivating a community like out in the world, you know, among like students at a school, any context for that, it's always kind of difficult. Whenever you bring a big group of people together of any kind, people are going to have very different experiences, very different views. In this case, you know, it's technically international as well. There are people from different parts of the world, so the perspective is going to be totally different. The communication style is different. Preferences might be very different. I'm very, very honored that in spite of all these differences, everybody can come together and have fun in the same space. It means the world to me. So more than that, honestly, I should be thanking you. I should be thanking you for participating and for making this space comfortable for everybody else as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Happy half Annie. Happy half Annie. I love your music, chatting and jamming streams. Hearing about your passion for music and your belief that everyone should make it regardless of skill level inspired me so much. Thank you. I still stand by that, by the way. Like, no pressure. Nobody has to make music, especially if you hate it or don't enjoy it for whatever reason. But I do genuinely believe that making music and singing is a human experience. Like, for me, singing and drawing, like creating things, these are just like eating and sleeping. Like, it's food for your soul, you know? I think these things nourish your spirit. And it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. Like in all of our histories, everybody was drawing. Like in our earliest histories, we were painting on the cave walls just for the sake of doing it. And we were dancing around fires, you know, as humans. I don't think things need to change. I realize that it can be difficult when you can compare yourself to someone else that's practiced way more, has been doing it since they were a kid maybe, and they're just really, really good, maybe better than you. But I don't think that matters. I don't know. In my case, I feel like if I got discouraged by something like that, I'd never sing. Because they're, you know, I follow and I'm inspired by a lot of vocalists out there. There are a lot of singers that I feel are better than me. A lot of people that I feel I have a lot to learn from. People that I'd love to sing like someday. If I let that get to me, I'd never sing, and that'd be really sad. I love to sing. I think what matters is that you sing for you and that you enjoy singing. And I think with the right mindset adjustment, everybody can. That's just how I feel, though. And it doesn't even have to be singing. Sometimes it's as simple as making like pulling out an instrument, learning to play an instrument. Yeah, just engaging in the act of creating something, or just doing something spontaneous like singing and dancing. I think it makes life better. And I feel that way very strongly. So yeah, I'm glad that could leave some kind of impression for you. Thank you so much. I have a friend whose interests align very well with mine. She had no idea about VTuber first, so I attracted her with your karaoke, and later she started watching By the Beat on her own. Happy half anniversary. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much. You're taking Sable's job. You're a promoter now. プロモーターですか? Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that she likes it. But yeah, thank you so much for your support as well. I always adore your art. Happy 6 months. Your streams always give me so much energy. Can't wait for your puppy to get here. Always cheering for you. Thank you so much. I hope it can arrive soon. I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited to see it. I love that silly little Pape. It looks so goofy. I want to see that Pape in so many situations. I want to see it. I want to see people do so many goofy things with it. Happy half anniversary. I wasn't good at English, but I started studying it because I liked you. Thank you for always having fun streams. Sorry if my English is a little off since I don't use translation. No, that's just fine. Your English is just fine. I got it all. わかった。優しい言葉をありがとう。Thank you for your kind words. Happy half anniversary. It was you and your streams that got me into Niji in the first place. You have built such a nice and welcoming community. Glad you're here. My Kamiyoshi. I don't deserve such high ranking. Oh my goodness. I'll take Oshi, but Kamiyoshi is always too crazy. But I appreciate it. I'm honored. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for bringing happiness to our life, and thanks for sharing with us things that you love and how you see the world. Love forever. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody's too nice to me. Happy 6 months. Kaelix's debut stream was the first NIJISANJI stream I watched. Even though I didn't understand English, it was so fun, and I thought, I found an incredible Oshi. Thanks for always streaming. Wow, so you've been here from the beginning. You've been here since the debut stream. That was a really fun stream. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun brainstorming how I wanted to do my debut. I had a lot of different ideas. I wonder how different things would be today if I had done one of my other ideas for debut. Because I had quite a few. One of them was actually to make it like... I kind of wanted to make it feel like... What are those called? Do you know the games where it's like a mystery game and you... Is it hidden object mystery game? Is that what those are called? Mystery games where you look for an object in a room to investigate. I kind of wanted to make it like that. And like gamify it and use polls to determine the tree of actions, like how things went in the story. Yeah, those point and click mystery games. I really wanted to format it like that, but I don't actually plan to play very many of those, if any of those. So I thought that if I went with that idea, it would have been really misleading. But actually, if you remember the ID photo, do you remember that? I wonder if I still have that, actually. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since that stream, but... I wonder... I do! Oh my gosh. It's been a while. Do you remember... Oh my gosh, what? It's been so long. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this thing right here was actually, it was kind of like vestigial. It was originally going to be cut. I made this for the hidden object point and click mystery game. And even though I discarded the overall idea of that, that was one of the things that stayed in. Because I just worked so hard on designing the card. Yeah, it's my ID. You like my ID? I love the ID that I got in the end. It's very pretty. I love that it has my colors on it. I don't know, because IDs can look all different ways. I think it's pretty cool if you have a design for your ID that you like. But yeah, I ended up including it anyway. Do you remember that? I had the goofiest photo too. Yeah, you could tell that when I was taking my photo for my ID that I was a little nervous, right? I was a little nervous standing up there in the the facility, getting my photo taken for my ID. But yeah, oh my gosh. I had other ideas too though. Another one, I wanted to make it like a visual novel RPG type game. Like not a literal game, but to format everything like that, like with like on-screen dialogue and stuff. What I ended up doing instead of going all that way, because I didn't actually plan to play that many or any visual novels, because I thought the same thing would be, you know, same thing. I thought it would be misleading if I themed it around those and didn't play those. The thing that ended up staying in there was the YN bit, the your name bit. YN as in your name, but not yes, no. Yeah, that was another vestigial detail. It was another like extant piece of a discarded idea. I had so many different ideas for debut and I couldn't decide what to go with. And in the end, what I landed on was just kind of like a mix of all the little ideas that I had. And like the presentation, for example, the one where I show our internal documents at the live house, or at least where I show my internal documents, the ones that are on me. That was another idea that I just had for, like, there was one approach where I wanted to go all in on the, like being like in training as a bouncer, and like learning all the details of security, and kind of making it like a serious kind of shady vibe, right? That was another idea that I had that I ended up scrapping. So the entire debut was just kind of a love letter to every idea that I discarded. Do I still have the slides? Maybe. I still have the ID cards, so maybe I might have scrapped those though. Yeah, I don't think I have those anymore. It was all just flavor text. You don't need any of that stuff though. You don't need any of that stuff at the bottom. You don't need any of that text at the bottom. Who needs all that? Nobody needs any of that stuff. That's the embarrassing text. That's all the data that they've collected on me. Yeah, no, I don't think I have it anymore. If I dig like really deep, if I dug really deep, I might find it, but yeah, I don't think I have it anymore. Yeah, lost media. Gatekeeping isn't my job description. What can I say? So silly. So silly. Happy 6 months. いつも楽しそうなケリックス見てるのが幸せだよ。これからも応援しています。パペかわいつ。かわいつ。パペかわいつ。You're saying that... wait, hold on. いつも楽しそうなケリックス見てるのが幸せだよ。It is always... okay, seeing me always have fun makes you happy. Is that right? Did I translate that accurately? I'm trying to learn sentence structure more lately. That's been my focus with Japanese study. I have been properly studying, finally. I've been sitting down and trying to like read properly. My main focus has been on sentence structure, like the order of words. Yeah, okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I win. 俺の勝ちだ。うん、けど、優しい言葉をありがとう。応援してくれてありがとう。うん、俺も楽しみ。パペ。Thank you for the kind words. I'm also very excited for the very cute pape. Oh yeah, that's not tsu. It's not kawaii tsu. It's kawaii. Kawaii. Because when you do like the tiny tsu, the small tsu, it's like a cutoff, right? It's a harsh cutoff. I get mixed up about that sometimes. Sometimes I read that as like tsu. But that's not kawaii tsu. It's kawaii. Kawaii. That's how that's pronounced, right? Yeah, okay. I get confused sometimes. Because when it's not tiny like that, it's like tsu. It's a full syllable. Kawaii. Pape. Kawaii. 確かにね。 Naruhodo. I got a lot to learn. もっと勉強しなきゃな. Happy 6 months. おめでとう. You've been a big motivation for me to keep learning English. I really enjoy the etymology you share during your streams. It's always so much fun learning new things from you. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You know, I get really into etymology. I love learning how a word came to exist. If you aren't fluent in English, I gotta say, it is especially fun to learn the origin of words in English compared to other languages. I think there are other languages like this, but in English specifically, English is so much a combination of other languages. English is just a fusion of like 7 or 8 languages that are just fused into one little melting pot. And then they borrow words from other languages outside of those languages. And it's just developed over years and years. So it's like the path that a word takes in English, it's so complicated compared to what you might find in another language where it's like more locally developed. You know what I mean? English is just such a widely influenced language. And that is a big part of what makes it so difficult. Yeah. Because, you know, borrowing words from so many languages also means borrowing rules from so many languages, which means that it's very inconsistent. So you'll learn a rule, but you won't actually have to use that rule for everything. There will be other rules to remember. But yeah, in spite of the difficulty, I think it makes it a very fun, challenging for sure, but very fun language to learn etymology for. Easier than French? Ah, really? I think French is more locally developed, but it still has a lot of rules, is my understanding. I've not studied it personally. I've only learned just the like bare bones basics, and not even that much, honestly. But my impression of French is that it's full of rules that are broken nonstop. It's a very pretty language once you can get it right, though. Yeah, I'm honored to hear that. I'll be rooting for you. 英語の勉強応援するよ. Happy Half Annie. I'm grateful to have such a hardworking, funny, and deeply kind Kamiyoshi who has inspired me to keep singing and to look for happiness wherever I can find it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm honored to hear that. And I promise you will find it. If you look hard enough, you will always find it. Even when things are really sad. And again, sometimes you need to be sad. That's very important. I feel like I have to make that disclaimer more often. It is honestly important to be sad. It's important to feel sadness. That is an essential experience. There will be times that you're sad. There will be times that you're in grief or in pain. But even in times like these, when you decide you're ready to look for it, you will find happiness eventually. You just have to look hard enough or for long enough. I believe that so strongly. That's how I feel. It's just a matter of when. It's all about taking the time you need to feel what you're currently feeling and then welcoming in tomorrow's feeling. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for you. Rooting for your singing as well. That makes me happy to hear too. I love when people say that they're inspired to learn more singing or to like just sing rather than to learn singing. You don't even need to learn, honestly. I think just opening your mouth and singing along when you hear things is really fun. And in my opinion, just doing that is honestly practice in itself. A lot of the things, you can just learn it naturally by doing it. The more you do it, sometimes the better you get. Happy 6 months. Your streams always make me smile. I love your singing voice and your laugh so much. Ah, so sweet. いつもありがとう。これからも応援してるよ。俺も応援するよ。わー、応援してるよ。ウェーウェーウェー。優しい。Thank you so much. I honestly, I've said this before, but I used to be kind of insecure about my laugh, so I'm always very I guess not humbled, but it warms my heart when people say that they like my laugh in particular. There was a time when I felt like I don't know, I felt like I had the goofiest laugh in the world. I used to feel a little weird about it. I used to think I sounded like a caveman. I still kind of do, but now it's like slash pause, you know? Yeah, I'm glad that you like it. It's contagious, really? Well, that's great. That means I win, because that means That means you're always laughing if it's that contagious, because I never stop. I laugh so often if I'm having fun. I laugh like I breathe if I'm in the right mood. I just can't help it. So much whimsy. Ah. All right. I'm gonna fake laugh now. Let's see if it's as catchy. Let's see if it's contagious, okay? Does that work? I sound so creepy. Is that scary? Oh, you started smiling? I'll take it. Like a crazy clown, huh? Okay, point taken. I'll never laugh on purpose. I think my passive laugh does me better. Oh my goodness. Time for real flies and you're having fun, don't you think so? I cherish every moment with you. Every moment is a special gift for me. Thanks for teaching me how to love myself. Thanks for spoiling us like a kid in Christmas. Thanks for everything. Oh my goodness. No. You should not give me credit for something as important as that. If you are learning to love yourself, you're learning that from yourself, okay? I believe that too. You should not give me credit for something so important as that. That's all on you. And that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. I don't think you can be taught that by anybody. That is something that only you can learn in your own specific way. And you should not give anybody any credit for that ever. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I mean it. I mean it so sincerely. You should not walk away from this thinking I taught you something important like that. Not even partial credit. The most I'll accept is that I made you consider learning it yourself, but I will never take credit for teaching anybody something like that. That's way too profound. I appreciate the thought though. It's very sweet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll be rooting for you. Congrats on 6 months. Thank you for being so positive and cute. Am I cute? I'm not cute. I'm cool. I'm not cute. I'm cool. You really made me happier since I started watching you. Gamba for your work and future. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're too kind. You're too kind. Cute and cool. No, just cool. I'm not cute. I'm cool. Saying that makes me cute. What? It's quite the opposite. Oh my gosh, Renzoto, hi. Happy 6-month anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. I was just talking about you earlier. I feel like I summoned you, but the spell had like a 1 hour delay. Yeah, I was just talking about you earlier. I was saying, what were we talking about? Oh, I was talking about how I try really hard to view the world positively and optimistically. It's one of my strictest policies. But there are times when the world tests me. And then I said that Mario Kart and Mario Party are among those tests. And I decided that I kind of want to, the day that we can go head to head, play Mario Party together, I kind of want to see if we can do it in person. Because I don't want anybody to blame any weakness on lag. I want to cook up an off collab someday in the distant future. I think that'd be really fun. No pressure, of course. Yeah, we gotta determine the king among us. Because so far I have a 100% win rate of my one Mario Party game played. My exactly one game that I've played. Even aside from any collabs though, I would love to meet up sometime. Yeah, I hope the opportunity comes up sooner rather than later. I want to travel a bunch in the future. Fingers crossed. I'd be down to hang out or do whatever. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for stopping by. I'm wishing you the most epic day ever. Good morning. Gubodig. Nintendo game night. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, I really love... I don't know if you've streamed this before. Have you ever played the... Is it called Clubhouse games? It's kind of like the Nintendo Switch equivalent of like We Play, if you remember that. It's kind of like just a bunch of mini games based on board games and stuff, but it's on the Switch. That's a really good one to play in person with people. I really like that one. I play it with my brother a lot. You have played Clubhouse games? I see. It's a banger though. Banger. Capital B. Okay, where am I? Time flies by so fast when you're having fun. Here's to many more. I will do incredible things to the K-pop once I have it in my hands. Please look forward to being baked and eaten. Baked and eaten. Oh my gosh, you're gonna do the fried pape recipe that I dropped? I personally recommend some like mayonnaise base for the dipping sauce. I think using mayonnaise as your base and then seasoning the mayonnaise or adding in something else is usually really good. Yum Yum sauce is pretty good too. That's got mayonnaise as a base and they just kind of do it for you. I think making your own Yum Yum sauce is best though. Like getting the components and then seasoning it to your preferences. Such a good game to bring out whenever, yeah? We'll play that together too. Yay! Yay! I win! I win! Yeah, hang out soon. Heart emoji. Yeah, I look forward to it. Congrats on your 6-month milestone, Kaelix. Thank you for always showing us your best. Your earned talent, your thoughtfulness, your generous gift of bringing joy to others. Many have said it better, but I want you to know that you're doing an amazing job. Thank you. That means the world to me. You're too nice. Thank you. I'll continue to do my best. If I can... Even if people say I've already accomplished it, if I can make anybody smile, that's enough for me. Anything else is a bonus that I'll work hard for. I'll do my best. Spicy mayo or burger sauce are so much better when you make them yourself. Yes, I agree. I don't know. Because sometimes I will do the exact same recipe with the exact same ingredients, but something about making it fresh, it always just comes out tasting better. I swear. Getting it straight out the bottle where it's like just been in the bottle and it's been mixed in a factory or whatever, it's okay and it can get the job done, but there's nothing quite like making it yourself. I promise. You gotta. I feel that way about a lot of things. My big thing that I feel that strictly about is shredded cheese. I used to put like pre-shredded bagged cheese on everything. I was putting pre-shredded mozzarella on everything I had. The pre-shredded like Fiesta blend cheese as well. I was putting that on everything I ate. And then one day I tried grating my own cheese with a cheese grater. Oh my God. It's like the world opened up to me. I had never known that the true glory of shredded cheese until that day. You gotta shred your own cheese. I promise you. It's a little tedious, and I've actually broken a fingernail a couple of times doing it. Twice now I've broken my fingernails doing that. So you gotta be careful when you're shredding cheese, but even if it's tedious, it is so worth it, especially if you're using it in like a cheese sauce for like mac and cheese or like cheese sauce on pasta. It's so good. I swear you gotta shred it yourself. You gotta shred it yourself. And if you get the right kind of cheese grater, it can actually be pretty fun, pretty cathartic. Be careful. Yeah, no, I've learned. I'm the type that learns by making mistakes usually, unfortunately. So I have to mess up a couple times before I get things right. That's one of my weaknesses. But it's also my strength, because after I messed it up enough times, I'll never mess it up again for about 6 months. Nail adds that crunch. No, the nail doesn't go in there. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. No, thank you. No fingernails in my shredded cheese, please. Ew. Ew, that's gross. Cheese on a carrot shredder on the mandolin. Ah, like one of those vegetable shredders. That'd probably be pretty good for cheese too. I like doing that too. I really love, though I've injured myself way more times with this than I'm proud of. I love peeling potatoes. Like getting the skin off of potatoes and chopping it into little pieces. Or like mashed potatoes or potato soup or like baked potatoes or whatever it is I'm doing. I love peeling potatoes. In Japan, there aren't that many kinds of cheese unless you go to a specialty shop. Yeah, I've heard before that, like, for Japanese food, the emphasis on flavor is a lot more subtle. I think Japanese food is more about precision and technique and texture rather than overall flavor and seasoning, right? I think the flavor profile tends to be much more neutral. I think that's okay too. I think that has a serious charm in its own right. Then you can focus more on like the experience of the food itself rather than just how it tastes. There's something refreshing about that. I feel like the things that I eat on a regular basis would be so overwhelming to someone that's used to Japanese food. Yeah. They do Italian very well. That's good to hear. I love Italian food. Italian and Chinese food are my personal favorites of all the like the world cuisines that I've tried. Though even among like those, I've never had real Chinese food. I've only had American Chinese food. Okay, let me rephrase that, because I consider it to be real Chinese food. I've not had Chinese food. You know what I mean? I've only had American Chinese food. I personally, I've said this before, I personally consider that to be its own regional variant of Chinese food because it's made by Chinese people with the same like recipes, just adjusting it for local palates and ingredients. So I do think it still qualifies as its own form of Chinese food, but it's usually not what people think of, right? If they're talking Chinese food from China. I've always wanted to try that too. There are all kinds of different regions of food there too that I'm really curious about. I hear that it's very different. You could travel 100 miles in China and the food would be totally different, is what I've been told. I'd love to try that. I'd love to try all kinds of food. And I'd also love to travel to Italy. Speaking of like my favorites, I'd love to travel to Italy and have some like genuine Italian food. I think the Italian food that I've had gets pretty close, actually. However, I would love to have it in Italy. That'd be really nice. Thai, yes. Yes, I'm really curious about that too. I've had it once. I've had Thai once. It was kind of funny. I ordered level 1 spicy and it tasted to me like it was level 3 spicy. And that told me everything I needed to know. If I want level 1 spicy, I need to order mild from now on. And you know, I ate it and I enjoyed it. It was delicious. I had no issues with it being that spicy until I left the restaurant. Then hours later was when I had the issue. My mouth has such a good tolerance for spicy food. It's just the moment it hits my stomach, it's over for me. Like, I've built up my spice tolerance upstairs, but my body is just not built for it. I always pay the price. I pay the price. No, for real. Regret? No, I didn't regret it at all. But I paid the price. I paid the price. Trust and believe. I paid the price. I paid the price for the delicious food. It just blows because like I had to build up my spice tolerance as far as my mouth goes, right? And I've been able to do that, but it's like no matter how much spicy food I have, I always suffer when it comes to downstairs, right? My poor toilet, for real. I should not be the one you feel sorry for. You should feel sorry for my porcelain throne. I put her through it. I'm constantly choosing to eat foods that I know I'm gonna have trouble digesting, but I eat it anyway because it's really tasty. I love delicious food. What did I do? I put her through the worst of it. Time and time again, I have done irreparable damage to my toilet. And it's all just because I'm so greedy when I get hungry. I get so greedy and I get very short-sighted. I'm very selfish and very like, when I say selfish, it's more like I consider present Kaelix over future Kaelix. Like, I will write that check. When I eat that meal, I'll write that check and I'll be like, this is something for future Kaelix to cash. He can cash out later. Today, I'm gonna party. That's how I go. Yeah. Can't believe it's been half a year. I feel like you just debuted yesterday. I know, right? I say this literally every time we approach any milestone. It's like, It feels like it's been a billion years. It also feels like it's been 10 minutes. I can never decide just how long it's been. You know what I mean? It's such a weird contrast. Give me a second. I have to check something really quick. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Let's do that and then match. Okay, thank you for waiting. I had to answer something really quick. As I've mentioned time and time again lately, I'm kind of multitasking. Even during streams, I have to step away for a bit sometimes to keep up. Yeah, thank you so much. Happy 6 months, thank you. Happy 6 months. Happy 6 months to my king. Oh my gosh, are you perhaps referring to me by my full title? King Kaelix of 5 sacred stars, unbound by the ephemeral veil of the galaxy, unbending and unyielding in all trials, beloved by his companions and by his citizenry. Is that it? Did I miss something? Did I get that wrong? That's how I remember it. Atmosphere. I always get that part wrong. Ephemeral veil of the atmosphere, not galaxy. And that makes more sense for it to be atmosphere, because that is kind of like a... That's a big border, right? So calling it an ephemeral veil makes it sound so fragile. Makes me sound so big and strong. You know what I mean? Starlight Kaelix will suffice. Yeah, I appreciate those of you that have been calling me by my full title. Yeah, it's not Kaelix Debonair. It's Kaelix, the king of 5 sacred stars, unbound by the ephemeral veil of the atmosphere, undying and unbending in the face of despair, destined for victory in all trials, beloved by his companions and by his citizenry. Oh my goodness. So goofy. Do I still remember the acronym? No, but you're free to use it. You're free to use the acronym if you want. That was so funny. Speaking of Mario Party. Hope you can do verse wake and verse wake. I just mixed the words together. Hope you can do voice work in an otome. I would love to do that, honestly. Or just in anything. That was one of the goals I described on debut, I think. I want to voice in something. I'd love to voice in any kind of video game or like non-stream project. That'd be really cool. That's a goal. I want to improve my voice acting enough that I can confidently apply for that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, there are some livers. There's Doppio is participating in a project that's dropping soon. I don't know much about the game itself, but it's a big deal, right? They've been doing it in JP for a while. I remember Inami Senpai, among some other livers, was in a pretty cool game as well. I thought that was really cool. It's very inspiring to see my senpai do all these cool things. I want to do the same. I want to work my hardest and like earn the opportunity someday. Fingers crossed. I'll do my best. Yeah, I'd like it just as much as you would. Trust. I still feel, especially in voice acting, and it's not just me being humble, because I get that sometimes. I get told that I'm too humble about certain things, but I mean it. I mean it, and I especially mean it in the context of voice acting. I feel like I've got a lot that I have left to learn. Yeah, I appreciate the kindness. Anyway, I got distracted. Grateful beyond words for all that you do. I love your karaoke streams the most, and most recently, Final Fantasy XIV. You are such an inspiration, and I wish you all the best. Here's to more milestones together. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like Final Fantasy XIV. Those streams make me really, really happy. I've described it this way. I love any stream where I can hang out with a bunch of my coworkers, all the other livers here at NIJISANJI. It makes me really, really happy. I really love everybody that I've gotten to know. And those that I don't really know yet, any interaction I have is always so nice. Everybody's so funny and so kind and so cool, and I'm just very thankful. So those collabs mean a big deal to me. They mean a lot. I hope we can play a lot more. I hope we can all play other games together too. I realized that like Final Fantasy 14 is great for the static, you know, those that are already playing it, but I'd love to get a new game that everybody can play, you know? Something with everybody. Yeah. I'd like to do that. That'd be nice. When's the next buy the V collab? Soon, I hope. Soon, I hope. I'm gonna have to remain mysterious for now. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think we wanted to do one for this week originally, but everybody's just been so busy. It's been such a difficult time to coordinate, as I've described before. Everybody's got their own big things they're working on, and we got group things that we're working on. Zomboid, I really want to play Project Zomboid. I want to get that going at some point. I just don't think it would be right for me to host it, because I've never played. Whenever I play, it'll be my first time. Yeah, I'd love anything I can play with the others. Your existence is my muse. Thank you for coming into my life. I'm happier now than ever before. Happy 6 months. Thank you so much. You're too kind. You're too kind. You give me way too much credit, but I'm very glad to hear that you are happier. I hope that you're happy. I hope you can be happy forever. And I hope that when things aren't as happy, I hope that they can become happy very quickly. Thank you for being so nice and cool and so silly. Your streams always make my day. Start with laughing. Rooting for you. Hoeba. Dabu hoeba. I love how long people have been saying Dabu hoeba. I feel like I realized that I was spelling forever wrong. Context for that. One time I wrote love forever in katakana. I wrote it in Japanese phonetics, but I spelled forever wrong. Forever is more like hoeba. Hoeba. Like it's got a couple elongated sounds, and it's not ho, it's huo. Huo, to indicate that it's an F rather than an H. But I spelled it as hoeba. Hoeba. And everybody's like, hoeba te nani? It cracks me up. It cracks me up so bad. I think it's so funny. It's so cute too. Dabu hoeba. Hoeba te nani? Hoeba, hoeba. Hoeba. I should have spelled it as hoeba, but I spelled it as hoeba. Dabu hoeba. And even though I've realized it, I feel like people were so sad to see me get it right. They thought hoeba was cute. So they still say dabu hoeba. It's so cute. It really is cute, right? It's kind of like a Japanese equivalent to when I say gubodig. Gubodig. Good morning. Gubodig. 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 It's kind of like the same thing, right? I think that's funny. It can be our little inside joke. Gubodig. Gubodig. Yeah, that's what I say when I wake up in the morning. Gubodig. It makes me happy when I see people catch on to that and start using it. Where did it come from? I just woke up really congested one morning, and I tried to write out good morning in a spelling that sounded congested. And in the replies, I kind of adjusted my spelling a little bit. And the one I settled on in the end was gubodig, like G-U-B-O-D-I-G. I came up with it. It's a way to say good morning that sounds like your nose is just really stuffed up. Like you got corks in your nose full of mucus. Gubodig. Like rubbing your eyes like you just woke up super congested. Gubodig. That's the idea. Because I wake up really congested most mornings. Yeah, I need to try those. I don't know if you've seen them. Are you familiar with those little breathing strips they make where like you put the little adhesive, I think it might even be magnetic, the little like paste thing on your nose, and then you take a little magnetic strip and it opens your nostrils so that you can breathe really clearly. really deeply. I want to try that. I want to see. I feel like I have to immediately go to the highest level, to be honest, because I don't know. I'm perpetually congested. It's not as bad as some people I've met, but I am congested year round a little bit. I am a little congested a lot. Like, I'm just a little congested all the time. I don't know if I have a deviated septum or what. Maybe it's like a post-nasal drip or something. Maybe it's just seasonal allergies all the time. I don't know. Just cursed by existing to not breathe normally. History? It's just been like this pretty much as long as I can remember. Even when I was as young as like elementary and middle school, I was still always going like... I was always sniffling. I was always the sniffly kid. Yeah, thank you so much for the kind words. I'm rooting for you, Hoeba, as well. Hoeba ni oen suru yo. Never had it checked. No, but I'd like to. I got a couple things I need to get checked. Yeah. I'm the type to procrastinate a bit when it comes to these things, unfortunately. When it's like an actual serious health concern, I always take care of it because I don't want to put myself at risk. But if it's more like a mild inconvenience, I'm just kind of like, all right, guess I have to just deal with this now. Like allergies and congestion. I'm just like, all right, guess this is a new weakness. New debuff just dropped. Well, that was a freebie. I've just been dealing with it. Though realistically, I don't know what they'd do other than just be like, all right, this is seasonal allergy, so you have to do this every day, and it'll probably still be that way. Yeah, I got nerfed. New nerf. That just means I was too strong, and the world wanted me to be more level. They wanted me to be like a more fair character to play, so they had to take my abilities down a little bit. That's my logical explanation for allergies and sudden weaknesses or like sicknesses. It's when you're just doing really good and the world feels like the world would be more fair if you were weakened a little bit. But yeah, I would like to go see a doctor or a specialist at some point. Yeah, I got patched. My skills got patched, so now I'm super congested all the time and I can't eat bananas. That's my explanation for that. Oh my goodness. Thank you for choosing to be here and allowing us to meet someone as warm-hearted and kind as yourself. Thank you so much for being here. As I've said before, the things I do would mean next to nothing if you weren't here hanging out with me, so I appreciate that we could share this moment together. Thank you so much. I'll continue to do my best. I really do feel like I could call this place home for a long time. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you for waiting for me. Took a while, but I hope I'm not too late. Happy 6 months, yippee. Hope your days are filled with the same happiness you give us. Let's go for more together. Let's shoot for 7. Let's shoot for 40. I love saying that. It's so catchy. So funny. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Just in time. I'm glad to hear that. There's part of me that wishes I would have tried sooner because I feel like I've missed so many fun things, but all that means is that I can be motivated to make new fun things, you know? Fun things for today. It doesn't matter if I wasn't there for everything. I can make new things now. Tomorrow's nostalgia today. Splatoon. Stream tomorrow's nostalgia today. Stream Splatoon music. Stream Off the Hook. Happy half anniversary. Thank you for the always fun streams. これからも応援してます。ありがとう。ありがとう。これからも頑張りますよ。ファイトしよう。I'll fight. I'll do my best. Thank you so much for the well wishes. 来てくれてありがとう。Happy half anniversary. Thank you for always making our days better. I'm very happy to have met you and by the beat. I'll be cheering you on from here onwards. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support much more than you know. Thank you so much for being here. Weh. Yeah, I'm very happy to have met you. And by the beat, of course. Those boys make me so happy. They're so sweet to me. I want to do so many cool stuff. Well, I want to do so many cool things with them. That's how you'd say that. Yeah, I get kind of worked up thinking about it. I've got a lot of big goals and a lot of big dreams for us, so I hope that we can all achieve them someday. A little at a time. We've already achieved more than I thought we would by this point. Some of the things we've done already, I thought it would take us at least a year to do, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot complain. I'm gonna try not to get complacent though. I'm gonna try to keep aiming higher, you know what I mean? Anytime I achieve something that I was expecting to do later, I'm gonna try not to be too satisfied with it. Yeah, I wanna be satisfied but not complacent. That's how I feel. And have some water, okay? If you got a beverage on hand, you should have a sip too, okay? Yeah, get hydrated with me. No matter if it's a coffee, tea, soda. I'll have some water though. I wish I would have made tea. I neglected to make tea this time. I guess I'll be making some after stream today. Usually I do it before, but I've been so distracted lately. I've missed my tea the last few streams in a row, I think. I've been having water instead. Always good though. I love water. Water's great. I think regular plain water is so underrated in our society. I feel like so many people sleep on water. They're like, I need something with flavor. I need flavor. I don't think you need flavor. I think water has all the flavor you need. Lukewarm, yes. Room temp. Any tea recommendations? My personal favorite is Throat Coat. Specifically Throat Coat's original blend. It's licorice with slippery elm. That's my personal favorite. A lot of people swear by eucalyptus. Throat Coat's eucalyptus as well. I don't like that one quite as much, but it's still good. Echinacea is also a popular one of theirs. I personally like licorice with slippery elm. That's my favorite. But I have a bit of a sweet tooth, so I like when it tastes just a little sweet. I personally have Throat Coat with honey in it. I just add regular honey. Yeah, it's really good. Very yummy. Very, very yummy. Aside from that, I'm a fan of celestial seasonings. In particular, I default to, what is it called? Fireside something spice. What is it? Fireside. It's got like a ginger base. What is it called? Fireside. Is it just Fireside spice? I can't remember the name of it. But I really like that one. Celestial seasonings. They have some good ones too. They also have some vanilla spice. Thank you. Fireside vanilla spice. Aside from that, they also have some pretty cool samplers. If you want to try a bunch of different teas, they have like berry flavored, like berry infused teas. They have all kinds. Yeah, I think Celestial Seasonings is the king of store-bought sampler teas. Personally, of the ones that I've tried, they will give you like a jumbo pack with a bunch of small samples, and you can try all kinds of new things and figure out what you like the most. I do love ginger too, so I think ginger tea is really nice. Did I ever tell you what the perfume tea was? I think it was actually like one of the berry flavored teas, but I don't know. Maybe it was a floral tea. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I think it might have been a chamomile. I think it was a chamomile tea. It's not chamomile tea in general that I dislike, but it was one specific flavor of chamomile tea. One specific brand's version of chamomile tea. I won't tell you which one it is. Because I will promote brands that I really like at any time, but I think I'd personally prefer to avoid saying anything I don't like. Yeah, I'd feel bad. I'd feel bad if I influenced someone to not try something new because I said that I didn't like it, so. I'll be mysterious about that. Yeah, I think it was some brand's chamomile tea that tasted like perfume. Tastes different. Yeah, different brands will do different because most of the time when they're giving you like pre-made tea bags, it's not actually just one single ingredient in the tea. It's a combination of other ingredients as well. And this one particular take on chamomile tea, it tasted like a bottle of perfume to me. I genuinely thought I might have like done something wrong. And in all fairness, I could have done something wrong. I could have steeped it for the wrong amount of time. It depends on the tea you're having, but certain teas have certain tea steeping times. You have to... excuse me. I got hiccups now. Okay. I don't know if I've ever shown you my silent hiccup. The way I hiccup, I don't actually make a sound with the hiccup, but it kind of hurts a little bit when I hiccup, so I go, ah! So if you ever hear that, that's probably a hiccup. But anyway, oh my gosh. What was I saying? I got distracted. Oh yeah, you have to leave the tea bag in for a very specific amount of time, depending on what the tea is. Some tea, it's better if you just leave the tea bag in the whole time, even while you're drinking it. That's what I do for throat coat. I leave it in the whole time. I never take it out. I'm getting every drop of flavor. But other teas, they can be stronger. It's better to leave it in a very specific amount of time. Steeping time, is that what it is? I thought it was steeping. Am I misremembering that? But yeah, there are teas that have a very specific amount of time that you need for them. I think that may be the case. I may have just made the chamomile tea wrong. But in general, honestly, it's just my personal preference. I'm not a very big fan of more floral teas. I think most of them taste a little bit like perfume. I'm a bigger fan of herbal teas, I think. I like herbal teas. And I like, what is the other category? I like leaf teas as well. Yeah, floral teas I'm not as big a fan of. They're good and they smell really nice. But yeah, I usually don't like the taste as much. I'll still drink it though. I'll drink every last drop. I've seen people ask, actually. I've seen people ask why my sipping emote looks so disgusted. Even though I'm sipping tea, right? Because I love tea. That's because at the time I was getting all my emotes in order and like making a plan for them. This is a billion years ago now. At that time, I was still discovering new teas, and most of the tea that I was drinking at that point, I did not like the taste very much, but I liked the way that it improved my voice, or rather my vocal health. Yeah, it usually will not physically improve your voice in any observable way, but it is good for your vocal health. So I would continue to drink it, even though I hated the way it tasted. Even though I hated the way it tasted, I'd still drink it. So that's why. That's why it looks so disgusted. So rather than a sip emote, it's almost more like a looking at me with disgust emote was the intention. Thought it was chill. No, that's disgusted. It's like, ew, get a load of this guy. That's the intention of that one. Yeah, I've come to really love certain brands of tea. Talking about tea like it's taking a medicine. Yes, that's really what it was like for me. For a long time for me, the most bitter vocal teas, I treated it like a cough syrup almost. And now I literally have a kind of cough syrup. I have an herbal cough syrup that I have as well. And I personally don't like the taste of that, but I've gotten used to it because it's really good for your voice. I'll recommend that too. If you're someone that uses your voice a lot, for example, if you're like a teacher, or if you work in like broadcasting or anything like that, if you speak a lot or sing a lot, I will personally recommend Peipakoa's cough syrup. Ninjom's cough syrup. Ninjom Peipakoa. Ninjom is the brand. Peipakoa is the product, I think, if I'm remembering that right. I think it's really, really good. It tastes like cough syrup because that's what it is. It's a very strong flavor, but it's really, really good for your voice in my personal experience. I gotta say, it was a game changer for me. I did not know if it would live up to the hype because I had been recommended that by so many vocalists that I know personally. They're all like, Kaelix, you gotta try this. If you have a bad time with your voice, you need to try Peipakoa. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Changed my life. Changed my life. I'm able to do so much more when I'm having it regularly. Yeah, I recommend their cough syrup. You just have a tiny amount regularly. I personally have a teaspoon every day, unless I forget. And if I'm doing a lot, sometimes I'll have a couple teaspoons a day. Is it bitter? It tastes... It's a little sour. It's almost sickeningly sweet as well. It's got like a cough syrup kind of taste. It tastes like when you're a kid and you got a little sick, and your mom has to like put the little medicine in the spoon, and you have to like drink it really fast. Or like in the little plastic cup, if you've ever had to do that. It tastes like that. It tastes like that. I personally, I don't like the taste, but I don't dislike the taste anymore. I've gotten used to it. Yeah, it's like sickeningly sweet. It's one of those. It's so good for you though, and it's not that bad. I'm kind of overplaying the flavor maybe. It was just my initial impression. I say this to articulate that like, even if you try it and you really don't like it at first, the more you have it, the less you'll taste anything really. I have it and it's like no diff now. Like I'm totally unfazed by the flavor. I don't mind it at all. Yeah. Yeah, some people will dissolve it in hot water. That's another way. I think that's how Vanta does it, because Vanta uses it too for his vocal improvement. I think he like stirs it into a cup of water, and I think he'll like before drinking it, he'll swish it around in his mouth first too to break it down more. Yeah, I have one spoon every day. If I'm going through it, like if I'm doing a lot of vocal work or if I'm struggling to recover my voice, I'll have a couple every day. That's just me. Other people, they will use yeah, lozenges. The same brand does lozenges. There are also I haven't personally tried it, but maybe you can try it for me if you get the chance before. I've recently been recommended Vocal Zones lozenges. I'm curious to try that. I'm told that the taste is not very good, but it's super effective, is what I'm told. Throat pastilles? Because I've tried a couple pastilles over the years. I'm more prone to like syrups than pastilles, I think. I don't like sitting and sucking on things. I'd rather just get it over with. Yeah, I'm told that Vocal Zones is pretty good. I gotta try that sometime. I think lozenges are nice when you have a performance in particular. For me, the kind that I do is more like regular maintenance, you know? I just need to do a little maintenance all the time rather than preparing for something specific. But that might be a good one to pick up and start doing before like a karaoke stream, for example. That'd be nice. Yeah. I want to try all kinds. There's a lot I've never had. A lot that I have yet to try. That goes for most of the world though. Like even outside of this stuff. Broadway actress swears by it. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. And that's honestly where I've gotten some of my personal preferred products for this stuff. A lot of it comes from like actors and actresses on Broadway that I admire. Because those are the people that really like seriously put their throat through it. They need it the most of us all. Something else that's common in Broadway that I'm curious to try someday, if I'm ever willing to chill out a little bit, maybe as a birthday or Christmas present to myself come November or December. I've been thinking of trying a vocal steamer as well. It's kind of like I don't know if you ever had to do this. Did you ever have to, speaking of like medicine that you have as a kid, this is another thing that I did as a kid with medicine that I'm going to compare it to. Did you ever have that kind of medicine as a kid where there was this little machine that would turn it into like a mist, and you had to like put a little mouthpiece on and breathe in that mist for a while? There's a machine that's kind of like that. Yes, nebulizer. That's what those are called. There's a machine that actors use on Broadway that's kind of like a nebulizer, but instead of medicine, it's just steam. It's just like regular water, and it's designed to breathe in steam because it's really good for, you know, like hydrating, passive hydration. I hear and read that it's very effective, but I don't actually know. I've not personally tried it, so I can't recommend it. Yeah, that's another. It's a bit of a pricier approach, but it's something I've considered, especially if my recording and working schedule becomes bigger over the coming years. That's something I may try out. A lot of vocalists that I admire as well outside of Broadway have said that they use that personally. I'm curious to try that. Yeah, and then like outside of Broadway, people that tour like idols and pop stars, they use those often. I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah. Yeah, routine, probably not. That would probably not be very good for routine. But if I, like, for example, if I have a karaoke stream and I want to be fully hydrated and ready for that, that'd probably be a good setting. Or, you know, if I ever end up doing more live events in the future, which I really want to. I want to do as many live music events as I can outside of streams. That's a big goal of mine. That'd be a good thing to use it for. Or maybe, like, before a recording session, it could be good. Yeah. Especially in the winter months, I think, because I have a different vocal problem depending on what time of year it is. In the summer, or rather in the spring and summer, I end up getting super nasally congested because of all the pollen and stuff in the air. And then in fall and winter, my throat ends up struggling because the air is super dry because I'm always running a heater. Because I need to run a heater or else I'll freeze to death and perish. Breathing steam from boiling water while getting covered with a blanket. Kind of, but it's a lot more convenient than like boiling a pot of water every single time you want to do that. There was actually a time that I would do that. I got recommended that by one of my vocal teachers, actually. He said, Kaelix, if you're ever really struggling with your voice, what I personally do is I would just boil a pot of water and I'll hold my head over it and breathe for a while. And I'm like, really? Is that good? And I tried it. I tried it quite a few times, but it's a bit of a hassle to boil a pot of water anytime you need to do something like that. Dehumidifier, more like humidifier. I have to run a humidifier in the winter, and it does help a little bit. I may need to get a better one. I've been using the same one for a while. Neti pot? No, but I want to try one of those, like the things you use to clean out your nose with water. On the subject of like congestion, right? Yeah, I wanted to try that. Yeah. So thinking about that, I think something that's like specifically for humidifying the voice rather than the general air around you, I think that would be very helpful for me in winter. It gets super dry, so that's like a vocal challenge, one of the hurdles that I face each winter. Happy half-year anniversary, Kaelix. You've truly made me smile so hard every day since I got to know you. So grateful you came. Wish you and By the Beat all the best. Love forever. Nyan haha. Ah, nyan haha. Are you a Debonyan perhaps? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support more than you know. Happy 6 months. Time flies so fast. Thank you for always bringing joy and wonderful songs. You brighten my life so much. I'm really grateful for all you do. Wishing you endless happiness every day. Thank you so much. Likewise, I'm wishing you all the happiness in the world. We're so sweet. Everybody's so nice to me. I'll do my best to deserve it. Or I guess not deserve it. I'll do my best to deserve support, rather. I think kindness is kind of deserved by everybody. Niceness is deserved by everybody, but support is a different issue entirely. So yeah, I will do my best to earn your support. Thank you so much. On that note, I actually should start to wrap. I've been here already longer than I intended to. You're just so fun to talk to. Ugh. You're too fun to talk to. You always keep me sucked in. Yeah, I'll start to wrap up in a bit. You always thank us for being kind to you, but the truth is that we've received so much more happiness and joy from you. Thank you for being here. So sweet and silly and kind. Kaelix Debonair, thank you so much. Wah. I mean it though. Thank you for showing me so much kindness. Even if I personally feel that everybody deserves it, you still go out of your way to be nice to me, so I appreciate it. Yeah, I do need to start to wrap. As I mentioned, I've got a really busy evening ahead of me. Really busy night, actually. It's already nighttime, but yeah, I've got a busy night ahead of me. I've got some stuff I gotta get done. But the fun does not end here. Fun does not end here. I'm gonna send you to somebody else. But first, let me show you my schedule for the rest of the week. It's nearly over. Just full disclosure. We're nearly through the week. So today we just had a little chat, just hung out for a bit, reminisced about the last 6 months. It's objectively it's not that much time, but it also feels like a lot of time. So I don't know. I'm very happy. I feel very loved, and I feel very thankful for the time that we've shared. And I hope we can multiply this by about 10 billion. That'd be nice. I hope we can celebrate 6 months 100 more times. That'd be great. Thank you so much. Tomorrow will be a watch along. This will not be public. That's how I'll say that one. This will not be a public stream. This one will be locked behind a paywall. So if you're interested, I hope you can watch it with me. We previously watched episodes 1 through 6. This time around, we'll be continuing to my favorite episode. We'll be watching 7 through 12. And I think at that point, I'll actually leave you to watch the rest of it on your own. I just want to get you through to the most exciting part, I think, is what I want to do. So from that point on, you'll be free to watch it on your own or not. But this is as much as I really want to watch with you. So I hope you can enjoy it. I appreciate everybody's support and interest. And I also appreciate people that make it more accessible to those that do not currently have access. Even if I always say no when people start trying to start a train. I don't know what you expect me to do. I feel like I have to do more members only streams if you're gonna do this. I gotta deliver. I gotta give you something to watch because I don't know. I only have, as far as offline content goes, I only have members only videos whenever I have a new cover or a new music project of some kind. So, so it's very sporadic. So I have to do more like streams. You know what I mean? And yeah, stop. What the heck? After everything else today, you're sick. Yeah, I tried to phrase it differently and it still didn't work. I thought the Q word was just to say members only. I thought if I said members only, you would do it. So I didn't say members only and you still did it anyway. Stop! Come on. Come on, today too? Okay, actually, I guess today is a more normal day to do this kind of thing for, right? It's a milestone. Maybe I can look the other way. Stop! Stop that. It's too much. It's already too much. It's already too much. You're sick. Stop! 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 Oh my gosh. Yamete! Yamero yo! Oi! Doshite? Why? You're so... Stop! This is way too much. Oh my goodness. You're so goofy. You're so goofy. You need to stop. You can be so goofy sometimes. You are so silly. Okay, oh my gosh. Woo! All right, it's a little early. It is a little early, but I'm gonna send you to Frio's karaoke stream. It's his first karaoke stream in a decent while. I'm very excited. He does really good karaoke streams. I'm excited to see him do another one. This one will be Vocaloid songs only. Bokaro dake utawaku. Very excited. Tanoshimi. Ore wa. Tanoshimi desu. I hope you can look forward to it too. But mind you, it's in an hour, so you'll have to wait for a bit, okay? Stop. You'll have to wait for a bit. But I do hope that if you're free in about an hour that you can support him. He's very hardworking. And he loves Vocaloid. He's got a lot of cool favorites, so I'm really excited to see what kind of set list he's picked out for this one. Yeah, I think that's how he's chosen to... do the half Annie celebration on his own. I'm very excited. I hope everybody can do more karaoke. I love watching it. I love listening to it. Makes me so happy. I want to do group karaoke someday. That's my big goal. I want to get everybody in the same room. Oh my gosh, the day I can make that happen, it's over for the rest of the world. I'll become king of everything. I'll have enough power to do whatever I want at that point. Oh my gosh. Where? But yeah, today Frio will be doing karaoke to celebrate half Annie as well. So, or I assume it's to celebrate half Annie, right? So I hope you can show him some support. Mind you, please be nice and polite when you get there. Be sure to respect his rules. This is a karaoke stream, so it's a little different than most streams. I imagine that spamming emojis is okay as long as he's singing, but yeah, otherwise, do not go in there talking about me, of course. I know we just had a really good time together, but, you know, be polite. Make a good impression in general. Be a kind supporter. I can trust you. You're very well behaved. Yeah, that'll be an hour. That'll be in an hour. So no pressure if you have to rest, if you won't be able to be there for it. No worries about that. But yeah, I do hope that you can enjoy it if you get the chance. Thank you so much. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing me so much support the last 6 months. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting my dearest friends, for supporting By the Beat. These boys mean a lot to me. So I appreciate it much more than you know. I hope that we can do lots more fun stuff in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the kind words today as well. It's really warmed my heart. You've given me enough joy to last a good month, if I'm being honest. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm feeling like super motivated now. I've been just kind of, I've been going through the motions, both with streams and with work off stream. I've just been kind of just, you know, bringing my body to my desk or to whatever I need to do and just doing it. I feel very inspired today. I feel very motivated. So thank you for the boost. Thank you for the kind encouragements and the well wishes and all the sweet memories. I appreciate it so much. Even if it's been a short time, it still feels so long. So just think when the time comes that we're celebrating a full anniversary, right? Or imagine like 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th or 10th. Imagine those. Oh my goodness. We'll have so many fun memories to share. I'm so excited to make more memories together. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you can have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to treat yourself to a nice food if you can. Have a nice meal. Be sure to grab a good bite to eat. Maybe something sweet. You know me, I've got a big sweet tooth. I love cakes. I love cheesecake. I love chocolate. Maybe get something sweet if you like it. If not, that's cool too. You could get something bitter or savory. Just get something you like, okay? You gotta celebrate. A little treat every now and then is okay, right? So yeah, I hope you can have something tasty. Get some good rest when you can as well. And stay safe, okay? I'll see you again soon. I'll try to get my schedule for next week together as soon as I can as well. I'll start working that out today, tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. いろいろありがとうございます。これからも頑張りますよ。楽しみ。応援してくれてありがとう。Thank you so much. フェリックスでした。バイバイ。Okay, bye bye. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Love forever. Bye bye.